grown and sexy, but clean sometimes. That's what's up. We didn't say it was a family show, so there's that. Wait, are we with that? Well, this or that? Are we?
I don't know. We all over the place.
Had to come out of retirement. These knees they was snap, cracking, and popping, like a Rice Krispie. But we made it do what it do. But I did take a couple ibuprofens afterwards, though. All right.
Mud Talk with Big T, Shay, and Miss Amy.
Can you count, suckers? Get busy, y'all. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Oh, now we're on. Wait, why is it? Okay.
Yo, what's good? It's your homie Big T.
And I'm Shay Renee.
I'm Miss Amy.
And it's your boy Red.
And you are officially tapped into the hottest podcast with the hottest crew that keeps you tapped in with the latest in music, news, and fashion. The only show that keeps our ears to the streets.
While you grind and shine.
Yes. We are back, y'all. Mud Talk is officially
Yes.
here. This is officially called the pregame, where we, get you tapped into everything that we have coming up for season 3 of Mud Talk, which debuts Friday, September 22nd, live at 8 p.m.
Better be there.
Yes, Miss Amy's taking her
Ready.
selfie. So while Miss Amy is doing that, we got our red cups because it's the pregame. And, the pregame, came to my mind because, it's football season,
Yes.
And
Red
what do you
cup
do
kickback.
before the big game? What do you do? It's pregame, bro.
I
Pregame.
set my fantasy football lineup.
Well, that too. But then you pregame.
Then I pregame.
So
Yes.
you pregame, y'all.
FanDuel, here I come.
Yes, put all your bets in, okay? Just make
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Bet on me. Bet on me.
Bet on Mud Talk. How about
Yes.
that? You feel me? Absolutely bet on Mud Talk. So there we go. So yeah, man, we just here. We're chilling. We talking about all things season 3 coming up. We have a lot of dope shit coming up for season 3 that I'm super excited about. But in the meantime, y'all feel free to comment, like, and share this live and our page and whatnot. Because Mud Talk is doing some big shit. In case y'all didn't know.
Numbers.
This is season 3.
Yes,
I'm excited.
season 3, y'all.
Yes. I'm very excited.
Very excited. Not only season 3, but we've done over 30 plus episodes of Mud Talk.
Woo, woo.
That's major.
Last season was a long
Yeah.
Of work.
Last season was the long season.
Mm-hmm.
It was very long.
We have to shorten that a little bit.
No,
We'll add more.
Yeah,
Every
shit,
day.
I don't know.
Let's talk come and do
I
every
think we
day.
need to do more events this year.
Agreed.
Yes, like more out of the studio.
Yeah,
Well,
it was a lot of fun.
I
Definitely.
can't take a damn selfie to save my life
Oh my
today.
God, Miss Amy, get it together. Yep.
This is the pregame. You will not see this on the regular.
Put your
season.
phone away or I'm taking it.
No, I'm not taking it. You can't take my phone.
Yeah, summer's over. Teacher
Summer's
mode.
over, yeah.
Let me tell you how this. You can't take my phone. Says you can. I am your mom at school.
That's
Listen.
cool. Shit, yeah. But yeah, man, we've done 3. This is the 3rd season of Mud Talk coming. We've done over 30 episodes plus some exclusive, episodes that you could tap into. But the biggest thing is I shared this on our Facebook today, and we shared it on Mud Talk page as well too. We have hit officially over 11,000 fucking views on
You
YouTube.
had to add the F word before we even. It's not even 9.
I'm sorry.
We
That's
haven't
a lot
even
of
been
views.
Let
live.
me stop.
10 minutes.
I know. I'm gonna get legal.
I actually already dropped an F bomb earlier. So I don't think
Yeah, there we go. But that's how excited I am about coming back. is
Yeah,
that,
she said
you
I
know,
couldn't take a fucking selfie to save my life.
Yes, I did. You were quick on that. I can't.
Yeah,
I
man.
wasn't gonna put you on blast, but since you snitched on yourself,
The lighting is good right here. Just keep
Yeah,
talking.
I don't- oh, God. Anyways, yeah, so we've hit over 11,000 views on our YouTube stream, which is that's so huge, man. Especially for a local based podcast, and we're not just local, we're national, we're global.
Yes.
We're doing
yes,
numbers.
we're
and
growing.
Listen, numbers don't fucking
They
lie.
don't fucking lie.
Okay, and so we out here, man, and I
Yeah.
love it. we've had so many historical, amazing people come through Mud Talk and Many Faces Podcast Studio over these 3 seasons and whatnot, with more to come. We've had the Harlem Globetrotters in the show. We've had Julius Darrington. We've had Venice Williams on the show. CNN Mikey, who got signed to Polo G.
And just dropped a new video.
Oh, yeah, just dropped a new video. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is really dope. We've had TPS Superintendent Romulus Durant, who's doing big things. Man, we just had so many.
We played a newlywed game.
Yeah, that got a little raunchy.
I mean,
I know nothing bad.
it is fine because they are married and it is appropriate to have
Yes.
sex.
Yeah,
And
it is
sometimes you
ordained by
need a
God.
little spice in your sex.
Yeah.
I mean, relationship.
Sex life too.
All right, I'm done with my selfies for now. We'll see what
So
happens.
yeah, that newlywed game was a lot of fun. I think my favorite clip from that, which I posted, it was what was the question? It was like something about going down or something. You asked them.
Oh no, it was like, how did you know
the partner
that
was the
person
one.
was the one?
Yeah.
And one of them because they took him to church, and the other one is because they went down on him the first night.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for more polar opposite situation. So there was that. Because this is the pregame and it's not actually like our season. I'm about to fix this camera.
Oh yeah.
This
So yeah.
is what we're learning. So this is the pregame. This is where we get all the stuff we need to fix.
All the shit out the way. So
Yeah.
yeah. So while Miss Amy is doing that, y'all make sure y'all comment, like, share, tell us what y'all want to see for season 3 coming up.
I like that game we played with Tanae. Yes.
No, we did we played lunch.
Yeah, I like all of
the
those.
Minority Report with the thumbs up.
Oh,
thumbs down.
look.
Yep. Okay.
Guess what? I got 2 new games that
Oh,
I
shit.
I love
saw.
games. We should just have a whole Mud Talk game night. That should be a special
I'm
episode.
afraid to move because I might fall.
Or break something again, because you break something every season.
No, just one season. I was only on season 2 of the code. I did not break anything on season 1 that I'm aware of.
Stay tuned. What will Miss Amy break this season?
No, right? So we should have bets. What are you doing? What is he like?
Go back around.
He's trying to help you fix your
you were
head.
in my bubble trying to grab things off the floor. You missed. If you want to see what happened in the live on our Instagram,
Oh God.
go follow us. It's at Mud Talk 419. So if you are not following us, go follow us.
Yes, it was a lot happening on
Got a
the,
little
on the IG live.
It was not spicy. It just looks bad. Okay, there was a lot happening.
I got the video. $49.99. I'm about to see right now.
Hey, don't be trying to sell.
Oh,
Don't be selling my shit.
$50.
$40. It's on discount right now. $39.99. Hit me up.
That's all my spicy is worth is $39.99 on sale.
Well, like you said, it wasn't really nothing.
It was absolutely nothing.
I gotta make something out of nothing. I need a little profit.
As long as I get a cut, I don't care.
I gotta
Hey.
sell the fantasy.
So if you want to know what we're talking about, you need to go to our Instagram. It's at Mud Talk 419. If you don't follow us, go follow us right now.
Absolutely.
And I was actually feeling like this. I think we need to have some sort of contest. Like I feel like I need people to add people.
We got
And I'm
some
gonna make a
merch.
drawing. Yeah,
We got merch to give away.
Yeah. So if
Merch.
I'm gonna come up with something, but go follow the Instagram. I'll be posting it. We'll come up, you add people, draw
Yeah.
some names,
Yeah.
get you some Mud Talk merch.
We can draw the name live here on Mud Talk.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We need to get
we
those
have a lot of
followers.
merch. We have hoodies and
Yeah.
tank tops, crop
T-shirts.
tops, t-shirts,
Mugs.
tote bags, mugs. Yeah,
So
all
if you
types
go
of shit.
on our Instagram and you follow, there's a link tree. If you don't know what a link tree is, it's just a tree of links.
the tree of link.
I'm sorry, bless you.
Thank you.
I was a little real delayed. I was in my link tree
Yeah.
mode. But on there, you can actually go to every single one of our platforms.
Mhm.
So if you click the link tree, it'll pop up a link where you can go click on every single streaming platform we're on.
Yeah.
And YouTube. Subscribe.
Yes.
I subscribe, and then what's really nice is it just pops up and says, "Hey, there's a
Yeah.
new video," and then I
TikTok.
go watch it.
I'm about to say, yeah, go onto our
TikTok.
TikTok. That's where we post all our
TikToks.
clips and shit.
We should
And,
do a TikTok. What's the new one that we can do?
Yeah, we haven't done a TikTok lately.
We'll do one after this.
I've been so busy, I haven't even been on TikTok.
I have.
Yeah.
So,
Well, but it's only the cat driving one. That's the newest trend.
so how was your guys' summer? What you guys been up to?
So I worked all summer after school. Shout out to, whatever. My boss is probably watching right now. She told me that she was gonna watch. So if you're watching,
Hi, boss.
hey boss, how
Why
you
can't we
doing?
see like people
Hello.
comment? Like, how do you do that?
Ain't nobody commented yet.
I know, but what if they? Because usually you can see what people.
I
comment.
can click it and then it'll pop up. Yeah.
I am the leader.
This is my show, goddammit.
Like,
I don't want to see the antivirus protection has expired.
Well, don't nobody know about that.
I
So
mean, we
you,
can. Yeah, you should.
you telling too much behind the scenes shit right now.
This is the pregame. This is not. This is our pregame.
But they don't need to know that our laptop is not protected from viruses.
Can I see the fucking chat, please?
When the chat pops up, you'll see it.
Sorry. Perfect.
But anyway, yeah. So I worked all summer at after school and did a lot of community work this summer. Did a lot of self-care just to recharge for the upcoming school year. So I chilled and relaxed, partied a little bit, drank a lot. My liver probably is like, thank you for taking a break.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really excited because our first day of school is Monday.
That's late.
Hey, I'm not complaining. Shit, I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
This was my first week back this week, and I told him the first day this whole week that I haven't been ready to go to bed at 6:30 in the evening.
Oh, wow.
That's just because I knew I was coming here, and I was excited by the pregame, and I was ready to drink and hang out with my friends I haven't seen all day and all summer. And
Yeah, I've been working all summer, been super busy. Of course, the kids keep me busy. My oldest daughter is a cheer coach. My youngest daughter is, of course, on that cheer team. So it's just like, it's been nonstop, just busy. Shout out to the Toledo Ducks.
Hey, woo woo.
Woo, woo. Quack,
said a
quack.
duck.
what was that?
Toledo Ducks, not Toledo Dogs.
We're gonna rewind that. We're gonna just roll that back.
Wrong animal.
You said that's a bee. A
I
duck.
say rude.
No.
It's called a rewind.
Quack.
I'm not about to say quack.
You just-
No. All right. Shout out to Toledo Ducks.
Quack.
Here we go. Shout out to the duck.
I don't even know
Yes.
what does a quack sound like. Make it. I don't know.
Quack.
Do you understand the word?
I said quack.
Quack.
I'm not doing that shit.
Shout out to them.
That's
Yeah,
what's
so
up.
shout out to them. So yeah, just been pretty busy all summer. Like we were in Detroit Sunday and
That's
just
what's up.
so I haven't really had too much time to self-care, but I'll get there.
I'm about to say, make sure you get it in.
Yeah. I'm
Hey,
playing
I
something.
also have a segment called Self Care.
Shut your fucking mouth. You
Me
do that.
and Miss Amy here are going
Let me
to do.
rewind that. And then first, mental health matters of our season.
Okay, mental health
We've got
matters,
a whole thing to share.
and then self care.
Is going to be shared on that mental health matters.
Okay, so
Oh,
I just wanted
yeah.
to throw that out.
I also celebrated my birthday. Woo.
Hey.
Can we just
Leo
talk about this? 'Cause
season.
You and I have a beef to pick real quick.
Why?
Somebody manages our social media, and somebody posted Much Chuck wants a happy birthday. One of us, and somebody else celebrated birthday, didn't say fucking shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, happy birthday. Belated
It's fine.
birthday.
Happy belated birthday.
Happy belated.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't ask you on your birthday. I don't feel bad.
We all said happy. Oh, but you didn't get the public.
You fucking put that shit everywhere.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'll do better.
We can celebrate.
It's hard. It's hard being a social media manager.
Listen, here's the thing. I will put all you guys on our social media because that's what I know.
Okay.
we'll do better.
We
We'll
have
do better.
birthdays January.
You only got to operate one social media.
It's okay because honestly, like I don't need to turn any older than I already am. So. But no, I also celebrated my birthday. I didn't do anything honestly for my birthday.
Neither did I.
Yours was August 8th.
Yes.
I remember that one was mine. See, you don't remember. See,
I made the social media post, so at least I remember that.
It was July.
Yeah, you remembered her birthday. Uh-huh. My birthday was July 17th. Just
See, I had it
FYI.
right.
Yes.
And I turned 42. You turned.
I turned.
You don't need to tell her age.
40.
She
It's like
said,
she turned 29 again.
21.
A lady never tells.
Okay, so she turned a lady never tells.
What is it? I am a lady.
I'm a lady.
I am a
I
lady.
used to
That's
be like
why.
that, and
Y'all
I
gotta get
don't.
right.
Like after 40, I don't care.
Yeah, see, I'm not quite at 40,
Not even
but
close, but
yeah.
yeah, not even. That's where you get. She turned not even close to 40,
Well, I'm getting there slowly but surely.
but you're not there.
That's
So
what's up.
Yeah.
I didn't do much. I slept. I was
Yeah.
so tired from last year. I did my daughter and I. So my niece was playing in a softball tournament. I'm gonna shout her out for a minute because her softball team won. They are these Florida champions of their age bracket
Oh, wow.
of the entire state of Florida softball team. And so they are the Florida 10U champions of softball. And then they went and played in Tennessee for like to try to get to the World Series of softball. And she had no idea I was going to come. So my daughter and I said, hey, you want to come jump in the car and go for a road trip?
Mhm.
So my daughter and I went for our first road trip, stopped at a truck stop. We bought
Now I gotta go
trucker
on the pig. Did she call her? We could have. hopped in the
I
car.
was
I
about
mean, you know
to
what?
say,
What if I would have
in
been?
the
This is what
trunk.
I
You
Yeah.
travel to Florida?
They could have been
No,
a
but then
Mud Talk exclusive.
I did this because my daughter and I wanted to have like a special time.
So
Like,
where did
Yeah,
you go?
Nashville.
Nashville.
So she'd never been there. I've been there before. I have a cousin that lives there, but we went to Nashville. She thought Nashville was cool when you're like our age and you can go out and have fun at Nashville. So I was like, let's go. We actually went to Dick's Last Resort. Don't judge me. I took my daughter there. You guys are actually gonna see. You're gonna actually see an Ask the White Girl question from our waiter at Dick's Last
Is it
Resort.
from a guy named Dick?
No. He was our waiter, but he did record and Ask the White Girl question. So that's coming in our season.
Okay.
And he was way too nice to be an actual waiter at Dick's Last Resort because like they're actually supposed to be rude and he wasn't. But he's cool. He follows us on Instagram. As soon as it got dark in Nashville, my daughter was like, "Get me out of here!" It was actually kind of scary. There was like somebody like all up in my daughter's space, and she was like, "Mom, you're trying to get me trafficked in Nashville." And I was like, "No, ma'am. We need to get to the car and get out of there."
Yeah.
Then we went to the softball tournament. My niece was so surprised. She had no idea we were going to show up. She thought she was going to be her mom and dad, and she was like, "Why are you here?" So that was pretty cool.
That's
Just being
good.
surprised her.
You did like a lot of
That's what's
traveling
up.
this summer though,
Well, I do a lot of traveling all the
because
time.
you're
Damn kids in their sports, but
kids and sports.
actually it was a chill summer because I went to like Columbus for my son's baseball and Nashville. That was just the last minute.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what's up. That's
What's
what's
up,
up.
Red? What's good with you? What did you do this summer?
First of all, he's alive. Let's start there.
Yes.
Right. He
Right.
went
Right.
MIA all
I was about to
summer.
say, let's back this up. 'Cause
Yeah.
We almost had to put like an APB out.
Like for real.
No,
Yeah.
literally. So
We almost like went to like every house in the
Did I
city
not tell you? I said I was about to show up to every place I know you've ever been in your life.
And knock on
you
your
know
door.
where I stay at. So
I know where you stay, and I was about to be
But-
like, Red, where are you?
Is Red in there?
I was gonna hang up posters. Have you seen Red?
no, so
He's wearing a red hat.
Well, now you have a picture of him in his red hat that you could actually add to
Yes.
the poster.
I mean, I kind of got a video, but you couldn't see his face. So
no, so I broke my phone and I had to get a new phone and I couldn't log back into my Facebook. So I've been out of Facebook for about a good 2 months now. And which was actually a great thing because when you're on social media, it shows a lot of negative
Mhm.
things. So I felt more of a relief, even though I appreciate you guys, you know what I'm saying, having a concern about me and everything. That's why I reached out to you guys on a different social media aspect. But as far as Facebook, I was so relieved about not being on Facebook,
Yeah.
you know. So but as far as that, my kids start school this Tuesday.
That's what's
My
up.
4-year-old and my 5-year-old, my 4-year-old son and my 5-year-old start school.
Is your
It's
daughter in
Tuesday.
kindergarten?
Yes, they're in kindergarten.
They're both in kindergarten?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
oh,
Red is about to do like real homework.
yeah.
Like
So
Yeah.
I said, if Johnny had,
4 fucking apples.
oh,
Wait, now,
Two of them.
where is my drink?
I said four fucking apples.
And I beat hard. I don't beat hard on them, but I'm just more disciplined because I don't want to have my kids growing up in these streets. These streets right now, especially in the streets of Toledo,
They're dangerous.
it's very hard and very dangerous. So
Absolutely.
I'm not saying I'm very strict, but I'm strict
Yeah.
on
I
my
keep
kids.
mine busy with sports, all type
Me?
of
Yeah.
after school activities, jobs.
Yeah.
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 Get
you
off
have
them
to.
tablets. We about to read these books.
And
We
add
about
some
to-
fucking apples.
What's 1 + 1? 4. No, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
stuff like that. And also still doing my music. Like I said, check out Loudmouth Studios, downtown Toledo, Ohio. And just back here at the podcast, you know. So
Facts.
Whoop, whoop.
Well, I'm glad you're alive. And I didn't have to go bang on every single door that I know that you've ever been
I
in your
just
whole life.
was, had some technical difficulties with my phone.
Is
So
that what's happening right
we
now?
good.
No, Unique said, "Whoo, I'm glad," because I was like, "Oh, Red, ignore me." Okay, cool.
No, I ain't ignore you. I ain't ignore you at
Listen,
all.
Unique, we are all there. I
Yes.
think we were at Lenny's that one time, and I was like, Ty, have you heard from Red at all? He's like, do we need to do a well check? And I was like, I don't know where he went.
Yeah, I was super
Yeah.
concerned because I'm like, Red usually posts like all the time, and he
or at
was
least
not
answers
posting.
a text or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, my Facebook was whole.
But it
I don't know if my
it was
shit was
also your
hacked.
text messages and also everything.
And then my phone was off at that
Yeah.
time and
Yeah.
everything. So, going through little financial situations, and then now my car is down. So it's like,
Life is life.
You're going through it,
Yeah.
man.
Absolutely.
life is life. So, but I'm back. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm well. I'm good.
All right. You woke up to see another day.
Yeah.
All that other stuff can be handled.
Yeah.
Maybe I can
Yeah.
teach you how to do smoke signals. Like if for some reason everything's down. You can Wait, we know from last season pregame that you know how to send smoke signals because you smoked up the whole place.
So,
Since
all
your
right.
name is the shortest, he can just spell it. We see Amy and this guy. Oh, we got to call her.
yeah, listen, seriously, because I was worried about you, but I'm glad you're good.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Sometimes
always
you need
good.
that break. Sometimes you need to
Yeah.
back up and
And that's like super dope that you recognize, like, because social media can be so toxic.
yeah.
And I always think about, and I just said this to somebody, but I always think about Ramos Durant's, advice that he gave. He said, "I'm not a social media engager. I'm a social media contributor."
For sure.
And what that means is
Definitely.
he contributes and then he just goes away.
Yeah.
And we asked him that question because we're like, when people are on Facebook and talking
Uh-oh.
about you, we're still live.
Okay.
When people are on Facebook and talking about you, whatever, and we're just like, what do you do? And he was like, I just contribute and then I go away. Like I don't engage with people because otherwise he'll be engaging.
Oh my God. Can
all
you
day.
imagine like being the superintendent of like the biggest school district and all the families, all the kids, everybody involved with
Yeah.
it? Like he would just be there would be people in his inbox all the time.
all
Right.
day.
You know what I was impressed with him that he said, if you didn't check this episode out, check it out on season 2, YouTube, any streaming platform. What I was super impressed about was that he talked about the fact that like if you email him or he's like, I will respond personally to every single one of you.
Yeah.
It might take a minute. And to me, like he's got a big job.
Yeah.
And just the fact that he was like, please get a hold of me and I will respond to you personally. It might take a minute. That to me is just super impressive.
Mhm.
I just hope he does find that time to self-care. Like
He does. He
he
told
does.
us. He told us all about it. He
Yeah.
works out a lot.
He goes
He
to
goes
the
to the
gym.
beach.
Yeah, he does that. He does a lot. So, but I always try to, be mindful of that. And it's hard to break that when you've been so used to being a contributor and an
Yeah.
engager,
For sure.
so to try to like just be one or the other. I have mad respect that he's very aware of like, I just need to be a contributor and
Yeah.
go away. So
He really did impact me, honestly, because for me, I am very much like in my job, in my personal life, I don't like to leave people hanging.
yeah.
And so for me, like I always want to make sure that I respond and respond quickly. And this summer, I kind of like let people ride. And not because I was trying to be rude, but I just needed to take a break. I needed to sleep. I needed to have some time. So I might have responded like 2 hours later, but not 5 minutes later. And that's a big deal for me because he really did impact me in that way. Like you just have to separate yourself sometimes.
Yeah, that's the lesson I'm learning. Everything doesn't need an emergency response or
any response.
Yeah.
Because no
Yeah.
response is a response.
Yeah.
sometimes,
Absolutely.
For sure.
I took the notifications off like on certain apps.
Mhm.
So like
Mhm.
Messenger. I'm like
Mhm.
people, and the reason why I did this, and is no shade towards anybody, but I do have a lot that I'm involved in with programming and all this shit,
Yeah.
Mud Talk, whatever. And somebody like inboxed me super late about like programming and Mud Talk, and I was like, first of all, it was my fault because I did respond back,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I need to set that boundary within
For sure.
myself,
Yeah.
because now that I responded back, now I'm letting you think that it's okay to
Mhm.
do that. So I took the notifications off on my phone. So sometimes it can be like 5 hours later before I see a message. I'm like, oh shit. But I try to be mindful of that because I'm like, if you are inboxing me at 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock about some shit that's not important or whatever, like I don't even
Yeah.
respond back.
And it's important because like sometimes like for me, my life is so busy
Yeah.
that sometimes I only get to respond to people at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at
Right.
night.
Yeah.
And I just hope that people, and I feel horrible, but like it's kind of goes both ways. So I don't ever respect a response, but like sometimes that's where my life goes. And so I think for me, I have my shit set to like do not disturb.
Yeah.
But like, and I always apologize. I'm so sorry it's late, but I just saw your email, just saw your text. Like,
Yeah.
please don't respond to me right now. Respond to me tomorrow. But I just
Yeah.
needed to do it while I was thinking about
Mine
it.
are group chats. Every
my God,
group
fucking
chat
group
I'm
chats.
in, it's muted. So if you have me in a group chat and then I don't respond, if I ever respond, it's because it's
Now we know
muted.
why Shay Renee never responds to our much.
Sorry, you
I'm not gonna lie, ours is actually
I
muted right now
respond
too for
to
me.
what-
Yeah.
I read every message, know all the information that's being, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Spoken.
Because sometimes I'll look at it and be like, oh, okay, cool, boom. Don't need to
But
respond.
If it's not at me, like if Ty doesn't at me or you or
Right.
Yeah.
Miss Amy, I'm not responding. Like
That's
I'm
usually
keep
the
it
only
real.
time I get the
Like,
notification is when he
Like,
adds me, and it's
yeah.
like, oh, okay, this
Yeah.
was directed towards me, and it's
Yeah.
important,
Yeah.
so I need to focus on.
Or
it.
if you're like Big T and he's like at everyone.
Because
I don't
clearly
know if
it's
it's
important
everyone.
for everybody to know what's going on.
Well, I will say it has been muted over the summer, not because I didn't, but now it's unmuted because we're back.
We're back.
We're
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I'm not unmuting you guys.
We didn't expect
Wait,
anything
what did
different.
Beyonce say? Look around. Everybody on mute.
Mute.
Mhm.
Okay, did anybody actually go see Beyonce?
I did
No.
not.
I
But-
wish I
didn't.
did.
That fucking bitch didn't. I'm sorry. I love you, Jen. She did not invite me.
Ooh,
Oh.
My sister and her husband went to go see Beyonce in Tampa.
really?
Yeah.
Your sister likes Beyonce?
What? Just because I'm white and she's whiter than me.
Is
I
it because
said
I'm
your-
white?
I said your sister.
My sister's also white.
I know that.
Well,
I mean, I never met your sister, so I was just assuming.
Well,
is
you know
she
what?
like you?
I'm cooler. Sorry, Jen. I love
Oh,
you.
okay.
I'm more outgoing, but like, she we like a lot of similar stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of similar music and things. Although I was told by a student, his best student story ever. You like rap? Aren't you too old for that?
Oh,
That
wow.
is literally what a kid said to me, and I was like, I'm sorry, what are you saying?
That's a lot.
I was like, no, I'm not too old. He goes, you are.
That's biased.
Apparently, old people can't like rap, so that's what I learned this.
You
week.
should have gave him a detention.
No, I don't do that. 'Cause I'm a counselor and we love
Yeah.
everyone.
Oh, damn. Okay, well, you should have told the person that gives
Listen,
attention.
I don't need to give attention. I just clap back real hard, and then they're just like, okay.
Facts, yeah. That's crazy, yeah. One of my friends wanted to go see Beyonce like in September, and it's
Okay.
like towards the end of the month. And she was like, well, we can go Saturday, like fly in Saturday and fly back out Sunday. And I was like, that is
Who's
a
got the
lot.
funds for that shit?
I'm like, that's a lot.
This is
That's
a friend-
something I do.
This is a friend of yours.
Yeah,
What do they do for a living?
we work at the same place.
What the?
But it's okay because it's all gonna be on Afterpay.
This is what happened when I had two
That's
kids.
because they had
too
to be
fucking
at work
early.
on Monday.
It's
You know
all
what?
it's all gonna be on Afterpay.
So for those of you that haven't watched, go back and watch our season 2 episode with Jamil Aussie. He was the one that won the Grammy for producing a couple of Beyonce's songs. Did he go? Like, I need to ask him this. Like, I want to know, Jamil, did you go
He
to
did
Beyonce?
go.
Did he go?
Yes. So he posted a video, he posted a video on his Facebook, and he was like, how cool is it to see somebody performing your song in front of 80,000
I can't even
people?
imagine.
And I made a status, and I was like, shout out to Jamil Aussie, who, blah, 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 had people, 80,000 people, whatever. And he commented back, and he was just like, thank you so
Is
much.
that when you text me? You're like, I have like.
He gave me,
pictures.
he inboxed me, was like, yo, say my number, bro. And I was like, I have a producer, Beyonce.
You were fan. You were
producer
totally
number.
fanboying
I
that shit
did.
like crazy. I was cracking up.
I was like, I have Beyonce's phone number. Like,
Fuck yes,
I
you do.
am somebody.
But like Jamil, if you're watching or you see this, like I want to know, how was the Beyonce show? Like, what did that feel like? So please comment. I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
know what that felt
He
like.
definitely gave you your flowers, and we gave him his flowers.
Absolutely. I was super
Do
excited.
you want to know what I was thinking that I need to happen? Like, this is legit what I need to happen. I need Jamil to produce something for Cian and Mikey.
Can he produce something for Mud Talk?
Well, that too, but
He
listen,
produced
two of our
something for
Mud
me.
Talk people, I need
I need
them.
that too.
Toledo people need to get together, and I want to see this. So I'm putting out there, Cian and Mikey and Jamil. I want that to happen. I want a total Toledo. And you know what? Let's let Rook from MGK. Let's let you drum that shit.
Yeah.
And who else?
Yeah.
Who else we got? Let's take the
Red.
whole Toledo. Red. I want you. What do you do? You dance, rap. What do you want to do? Produce. What do you want to do?
Miss Amy's gonna be in the video with her
Miss
money
Amy
phone.
wants
Oh,
that
yeah.
money phone.
You know, it's funny. I was like, when Cian and Mikey let his other video, he's like, "Yeah, we're going to carry out," and I was like, "Is there a money phone involved?" He was like, "Listen,
You and his money phone. We got to get you a money phone.
I'll give it back. Like, I just want to put like,
No, we
Face
got to
them.
get you one like you can keep. And
no, I just,
like,
yeah.
take selfies with and
Please,
shit.
please give me a couple bands on a money phone. I'll keep it.
I mean, I got a fake $100 bill in my bathroom.
No,
I
I
can
want
just
real
put some
shit.
paper in between it.
I want the real shit.
We can get her one of those. You know how they when you doing that 360 booth.
The little shooter
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
We can give you that.
Yes.
What?
You know how like we ever been on the 360 booth?
We'll
we were
surprise
all
her.
in one at the R&B fest last
Yeah,
year.
but they got the one where you can shoot the money out. Like,
What's the price?
No, I just wanna be
like
like-
Amazon. I think.
I want to be like,
Yep.
yeah, my money phone and just be like, that's all I want to do in my
that's
life.
all you want to do.
After I lay in the car.
Yes. What are you going to wear? when you land
Okay,
a
listen, this is getting a little personal right now.
It was already very personal on the IG.
All I'm saying is that if
Real
you're gonna ask me what
personal.
I'm wearing, we better be like this.
There was no social distancing.
Not at all. Not in that IG live.
Okay, but we were just
We just gonna say somebody's face was in somebody else's lap. No.
because we were picking up a bottle of vodka. Like, let's take this. I got a lot of things that people need to know. There was nothing happening.
Go watch the video.
I had to lick
Judge
the
for
bottle.
yourself. Lick the bottle. Wait, what? He came up talking about his beer grew.
Okay,
So
listen.
I'm just saying there was a lot going on.
Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. There was a bottle on the ground that
You
needed
guys
picked
look
up.
down. Yeah.
It was a
Because I
lot.
want to know where the bottle
I
went.
still
Uh-huh.
taste it.
Oh my god.
There's no bottle down there.
There's a bottle down there.
I can still taste it.
Stop it, Brad. Nobody wants to hear that voice.
Oh, God.
Oh, I know what bottle's down there to lick her. Okay.
Oh,
The lick her bottle.
I took her to the
To
liquor
my face,
store.
God, man.
Just kidding, you
There
guys.
was nothing actually happening.
Go
I need,
watch the video.
for my entire life of anybody that's watching it, nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
I need for my
Nothing
life to stay
happened.
together.
Yeah.
I don't need anything out there. I don't need
We're
rumors.
just joking, having fun.
We're
Yeah.
just playing.
I don't need Big T with the T talking about Miss Amy and Red on
Girl,
the
you spilled
tabloids
that to
over here.
yourself.
No. I was sitting here. His head went there to get the bottle. I didn't
Oh,
do
yeah,
anything.
it went down there.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, God. All right.
Time.
Stop it. I need him
Okay.
to stop right
All
now.
right.
My coochie pink, my booty
Booty
gold
gold
brown.
So you have some tips for tea? We're just gonna fast forward.
I
this
do.
shit.
Y'all
Why-
must make
why
me
do our
spill my liquor.
We start talking about this show, our viewers just jump because
Yeah,
they're like, "What's
we do.
happening?"
I do have tips for tea.
All right,
today.
let's talk about this.
Okay. So, this tips for tea.
Why are you echoing?
All right, because I was watching the live. Sure that we were still live, not that live.
Oh,
Oh.
Lagging.
there was no live. Nothing happened. Red pen was not in my crotch.
Oh my God.
Let me just put that out there.
We're gonna
Follow
delete
my
that.
OnlyFans. I'm putting it on there.
Let's delete that. When we get
No.
done. No, but so in honor of the
You serious right now?
I can't.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
We were just joking. There's
Okay.
nothing
Nothing happened.
inappropriate
Nothing
happened.
nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
But it
He
looked
was
like
picking
it.
up something
Discretion
off
is
the floor.
advised.
We
Let me
already
put-
said the
I need to
pregame
put
is
that-
not a family show.
Yes, let me
Like
put
it's
that.
not.
All right. So, but in so our next episode, which is like our first,
Don't be fucking serious.
I'm trying to be. So our next official episode for season 3 is our Battle of the Sexes episodes, men versus women.
I'm so excited about.
I'm super
I'm
excited
so
too.
excited about this.
I'm super excited.
We need some topics though,
I have some. Damn.
but I want some more.
Okay. But we got like a whole month.
That's what I'm telling our viewers. Like.
Oh yeah, y'all. So we have a Battle of the Sexes
You
episode
act like
coming
we
up.
didn't even put that shit out.
We have a Battle of the Sexes episode coming up on September 22nd. And so it's where we're going to be discussing popular topics with men versus women, because people are always on Facebook and there's always
Yes.
men can't eat glizzies, men can't drink margaritas, men, we can't even fucking breathe. And then it was,
Literally.
Oh, don't even
Literally.
look at a banana.
oh God, don't look at a banana.
I love it.
But then on the flip side,
not as much as I love glizzies.
yes. But on the flip side, I saw this comment on Facebook or status on Facebook. It was like, men don't vent to women because they don't give a fuck about what y'all
I
do.
saw that too, and that really kind of
Yeah.
pissed me off. Like honestly,
Yeah, that was, I was like, please go heal. Like something's going on.
right?
But
Or
in the,
find somebody better in your life.
hello. So in the spirit of that, I did things on what not to do on the first date.
I like this.
And so I did a little extended version. What you got? Okay. I did 10 tips instead of 5 because I decided to do 10 just because it's just been a lot of fuck shit happening.
And it's a
Like,
pregame.
yeah. So we
There's
got
no rules in the pregame.
So, okay.
I'm here for it. Where my notebook?
Here we
Hold
go.
on.
So take notes.
Take notes.
Get your tea.
Oh yeah. Red, go.
It's tips with tea.
Tips for tea.
Big
Tips
tip
with
tea.
We'll get it right.
This is a big.
He'll get it right by next episode.
A big tip. A big tip.
Big tits with the tea.
Big things.
So this
Big
is on
tip.
tips with tea.
I don't know what they have going on over there.
Talking about
but-
big tips
Ooh.
and shit, but this is tips with tea.
Hey, over here, like I'm gonna sell this shit on OnlyFans.
Yeah. He's coming with the tits. Okay.
All right, what we got going on?
Tip.
No, I'm fucking
There's a
with
P
y'all.
on the
All
end.
right.
of that.
He said tits.
With tea. Okay. All right. So tip number 10. Don't lie about your intentions. Okay. If you
Yes.
just want to fuck, just say you want to fuck. Okay. A lot of times what I see that people do is, they try to, what I say, relationship the draws off of people. Okay. When you really just want to fuck.
I like that.
And just say,
say
I
that.
just want to
I
fuck.
might want to just fuck
Yes.
too.
Because exactly.
Yeah,
Save
some
me a
people-
lot of time.
Yeah.
Some people may be on the same type of time that you're on. And so don't be trying to wine and dine when really you just want the draws.
Listen, did we just talked about that in the car on the way here? Did we not?
I mean, but some people, you may run into an individual that don't want that. So you
Exactly.
cannot come out like that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
no,
But
you
that's
can
what he's
come out
saying
like
about
that.
being honest.
But
Like,
so here's
do
the
not
thing.
lead me on.
Yeah.
Right.
So here's the thing. If we're out and we're having drinks or whatever, and when the case may be, we need to be having a conversation about what type of time that we're on. Don't be sitting here and
Yeah.
doing this and doing that, making me think a relationship is really coming when really you just want to fuck. So
And that
just
comes
come
out
out-
with that question: what are your intentions?
What are your
for me?
intentions?
What are your intentions for us?
We literally just talked about this in the car. We were having a conversation about the self-care stuff, and I was like, people just need to be honest and upfront about what it
Yeah,
is
so
they
it's
want.
like,
Yeah.
is you coming back to the crib with me? That's all I gotta say. If you coming back to the crib, you already know what it is.
It's
But
yeah,
if
I
we-
mean,
Sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes you'll just put your head down there for no reason.
see, he did it, not us.
Okay. You
No,
said
but
that
for real.
yourself.
But like, it's because here's
No,
what I
for
think.
real.
People have so many expectations of things.
Yes.
Like, you're right. Don't take me on a date. Don't spend a bunch of money when all you want to do is fuck, and then you're not going to call me the next day. You're going to ghost. You're going to do this or that.
And don't think that I'm about to go out and spend my money on you and then I'm gonna get mad, because that's what most men do. If a woman doesn't give him that sexual pleasure because he felt like he spent
He's
all
on the
that
thin
money.
ice right here.
I've had that happen to me before. So a couple summers ago, like I was dating, and it was just like I went on a date with this guy. He took me out to eat, to the movies, and he's like, "Oh, I spent $100 on you. You not coming
Now you're
home
gonna
with
fuck me. Yeah.
$100? Like I give your fucking $100 back right now.
Because
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
So you get the fuck out of my face. Like,
Yeah.
Like, are
No.
you like that makes you feel like, am I a fucking prostitute? Like, because no, for real. Did you spend $100? Now I gotta fuck you.
but
Yes.
that comes with entitlement, and now you're setting yourself up to be disappointed because
Absolutely.
we would never talked about those terms and conditions. before
100%.
dating.
Yeah, we should have talked about
Right.
that before
And
You should have been honest in the
From the
in the
beginning.
beginning.
Now
from the
you
jump.
lost yourself that $100
because never, ever,
yeah,
ever.
And the
with somebody-
potential to probably fuck.
And here's the
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Never did. Never.
And can I add to
That's
that?
your fault.
You can change those intentions too, because like here's the thing: you're gonna go out and say, okay, we've talked about it, you spent all this money. Just because you spent the money and we talked about it, I might say I don't want to fuck you,
Yes.
because you know what? Sometimes that happens, and I feel like sometimes you can't trap yourself either by saying, okay, like this is just a fucking situation. Like, yeah, we're gonna hang out. Yeah, you're gonna spend money on me, but hey, shoot, maybe I go out to dinner with you and realize that you fucking eat weird and. I don't want to be with you anymore. Like, I feel like that you have to also make sure that if you do change your mind and your intentions, you also communicate
Take
that.
that. Absolutely.
And if it happens, don't get pissed. It's consent.
And people need, I was about to say that people need to
Mhm.
understand that you are allowed to change your mind.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I am allowed to change my mind. So if I decide on drink number 1 that I want to fuck you, and by drink number 4 I change my mind, I'm allowed to do
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And no matter how much money you spend. I was at a bar. I'm no joke. This happened this summer. I was at the bar this summer. I watched some guy. I love to observe at bars. He spent a lot of money at a bar. Like I was not in this town. Like it was expensive to go to this bar. And you could tell he was trying to, they were trying to fuck. Like I was here for it. And I'm watching him spend money. And then she's like, all right, I'm going to go home. And you could just see his face. Like
bitch.
like I just spent all this. He literally said, like, I just spent all this money. He literally said, I just spent all this money on you, and now you're about to go home. You're gonna do me like that? And I was like,
She's allowed to change her mind.
absolutely. And he was pissed.
Because like you said, you may have done something that completely turned me off.
Mhm. But like you said, I'll pay you the $100.
And
Because-
more. Like for you to
because that-
leave me alone, my
Yeah.
peace of mind is way more valuable
Yeah.
than you getting your
And
rocks
your
off.
body is way
night.
more
Way more
valuable.
Yeah,
valuable. Thank
that's
you.
This guy been trying to get me since I was 17. If you couldn't fuck then, you definitely not fucking now. So
Well, there's that part.
yeah, there's that part.
Wow.
I hope he's watching too.
Yeah, you know
See?
what? It's not happening.
Well, like they say, if you didn't
Never
know,
gonna get it, never gonna get it.
know. If
Never
you
gonna get it,
didn't
never gonna
know,
get it.
now you know.
I'm gonna harmonize on that shit again.
All right, y'all. Number 9. Please have your own transportation. So
That's the most awkward ride home.
please have your own transportation. it's one thing if you say, hey, I'll come pick you up and ride together. But it's another thing if you don't have your own fucking transportation, I have to pick you up. Because if I have to pick you up on the first date, that means I got to pick you up on every day.
Can I ask you something now, real quick? Because like you would like a lot of people would say like old school like dating like chivalry.
Yeah.
Like a guy would go pick up their part, like whoever they're gonna date. Like, is that what you're not saying that? You're saying like you should meet there?
I'm saying if you don't have fucking transportation, period, you don't need to be going on dates. You need to figure out your priorities.
I'm just saying, like, because I can see where some people like say like old school.
Period. You should not be going on a fucking date. So
your goals are misconstrued.
Your goals are
But
very misconstrued.
fuck that. Even if I do have
Because
my
when I'm
own
ready to go, I'm
transportation-
ready to go.
Listen, like I don't want a guy to pick me up on the first day because I rather us meet. Like I even had this happen. I got left at the bar, and it's luckily like I got my own car, so I was not
like, I'm
tripping.
not trapped. Yeah.
But yeah, I just was not feeling the guy's energy. Again, this was a couple of summers ago. I'm dating, and it's like you're not even really who I want. Like I had my eyes on who I wanted, but it was just like I came out the bathroom and he was gone, and I'm like, thank God in one sense, and then the other sense was like, well, wait a fucking minute.
Right, though.
Like, did he leave or did he leave? Like, so it was just like
I don't like to be trapped anywhere. This is not even like a dating scenario. Like I'm not dating, but I'm saying like I don't like to be trapped. Like even if I'm about to, if like we're all about to go out, and I think I've done this, I will have my car there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Even if I'm gonna Uber home, I just want to know that I can like.
He knew he wasn't getting none, and then blocked me on Facebook.
That motherfucker.
So that's why I'm
Who
like,
is that? How about
Why you left?
He wasn't important enough.
Not at all. Couldn't get it.
And not important enough to talk.
Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
All right. So tip number 8. Don't just assume you're getting some. Okay. So that kind of goes to what we're talking
Period.
about. So just because we're going on a date, don't assume you just getting some, because guess what? Like you said, you may have done some shit that I'm like, you chew too loud, you drank too
Unwanted
loud.
touching. That's a fucking turn off.
Don't
Like
girl, I got it on.
that's
That's another. But here's my thing about the whole like don't expect you're getting some. Again, like it seems like it's very like I don't even know how to explain. Like
you're setting yourself up to be disappointed.
disappointed, and it's like almost like an exchange. Like I'm gonna take you out and spend money on you. You're gonna fuck me. Like I don't want to feel like a hoe. I'm not dating. I'm just saying. I don't want to feel like a hoe. I'm sure.
I don't want to feel like you're only doing this because you expect something.
Exactly.
Like, don't make me feel like, oh, I'm obligated to put out or obligated to do this, because you really won't get in.
And honestly, this is not even about a first date. Let me just rewind it to any type of relationship you're in.
Right.
Like, I don't care if you've been married for 50 years, you've been married for 2, you're dating, your first date. Like, if you are going into it trying to spend money to like get expectation that you're gonna fuck, like you're in it for the wrong reason.
Not even spending money. Like, don't do the dishes thinking, oh, we're about to go fuck.
Because you didn't took me to Applebee's for the 2 for 25.
Because the minute I think that it's about to make an exchange where I'm gonna feel like a fucking hoe because I'm over here like, okay, now that you did the dishes and spent money on me, I gotta fuck you. Like that doesn't seem right. Like it just seems off. You know,
that's what this environment is fucked up.
Which environment?
Like, no, like this environment, like this whole like kid environment,
the era that we're in right now.
I mean, you didn't buy me dinner before you picked the bottle up. I'm just saying.
Talk my talk.
Okay,
let him talk his red talk.
No, this young environment, they have this youth. They
young
feel
mentality,
like,
not I think
the young mentality. They feel like, okay, I'm about to go pick her up. She about to
bust it open
for me. And I'm about to just see ya.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like
there's always something for nothing. There can't just be something for something. Like I feel like I have to get, if I'm gonna give you something, I need something back.
Like,
and that's so backward.
Yeah, like do it because you want to. If you want to take me out to dinner, take me out to dinner because you want to. Not like, damn, I'm gonna take you out to dinner.
And if there's no expectations, I promise you, little advice, you're gonna get a whole lot more than you would have with that.
Bingo, you took the words
That's
right
all
out
it
of my head. Yes,
absolutely. All right, number 7, no sexual conversation. So,
oh my god,
I don't know.
And you know,
I don't know.
No, real shit.
It can be cute to a certain extent. But like don't come right out.
I'm about to say there are people who have sexual conversation just in the inbox, like
straight off.
For sure.
And I mean, like, oh, I want to rub on your booty. I want to do this. I'm gonna do that. Like,
Send me a nude.
send me a nude.
I
Like,
don't know you.
Can I ask a real question, like a legit serious question about this? What was your number one tip?
on here?
Yeah.
You'll see in a minute. when
No,
I
no,
tell you.
the first one you shared. What was it? Remind me.
Oh, don't lie about your intentions.
What did you just say?
What?
No sexual conversations.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
like for me, I kind of feel like sometimes it depends on where you're at. Because look, if you're about to fuck and like let me rub on your booty and all this stuff, like sometimes that can be appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it depends on the
but if we
situation.
haven't even had that kind of conversation in the first place, why are you even doing it?
Maybe that's my intentions.
Well, and guess what? You need to ask. But there are people who don't even
Consent,
ask.
yeah.
Consent.
Yeah.
You just
What
dive
you're
right
saying
in
is
and
no
was like,
unwanted sexual
hey,
conversations.
yes,
We
no
don't want to
unwanted
see your
sex,
dick.
yeah.
We don't want to see your area,
yes.
female area.
Yeah, like get consent before you do that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Sure.
All right. Number 6, and this kind of goes back with consent. Don't touch your butt. Okay. Like if y'all on the first date, you know what I'm saying, or whatever case may be, if you don't have consent to do that, like if you kissing and smooching or whatever, don't grab her butt without permission.
Yes,
You know what I'm
no
saying?
unwanted touching.
Unwanted touching
Period.
is
Like,
a big fat
no.
no.
And I've said this on Facebook before. There are a lot of dudes out here who are just straight creepy ass bastards. Like they're just straight creep as fuck. Like, and stop doing that.
There are some creepy people. in
Yeah,
the world.
there are. And I think what it is that there are people out there, you know, whether it's men or women, whatever you do, you know, we don't judge or mud talk. You know, there are people who have made them think that that's okay.
Yeah.
And so they just think that's okay for everybody. And that's not the case.
For sure.
Right.
So you need to know, like, yeah, I was with this person, they let me touch their butt, but this person, they may not be the same way. You know what I'm saying?
see, that's how I felt about the guy I told y'all that left me. What happened was we were sitting in the car and then like he kept touching my North Face. You know, North Face is
Yeah.
like soft.
Yeah.
I cringed because his hand sounded crunchy against my face.
Hey, you gotta watch out.
Hey,
Crunchy
y'all-
hand in your face.
I'm saying,
She like, dude, do you
Hey.
even like your hand? No,
Because
it
if
was
your
just-
hand is crunchy, you are
on my
not rubbing
North
my
Face.
shit.
You're being
Crunchy ass hands off.
Hey.
Exactly.
crunchy ass hands.
all the men out there, y'all need to wear lotion. Go to Bath and Body Works.
yes,
and get you some
something.
lotion.
Stop.
Even
Go to the fucking Dollar Tree. I don't give a
Like,
fuck where you
Get
go.
you some lotion.
Don't
And
use that
manicures.
Queen Helene. Don't use that shit.
Vaseline. I don't give a fuck. Just make sure you're not crunchy.
Something. Yes, like
That- you know that big
It
ass
sounded
bottle of
like-
Queen Helene cocoa butter lotion. Don't use that.
listen, sir, stop
Hey, but-
touching me.
Stay
You know
away
what?
from that shit.
Stop touching me. It
He's-
sound like,
Sounded like a fucking
sir, stop touching
fire.
me.
But what I
About to
will
hit
say,
hard.
His hands sound like bubble wrap.
Man,
fuck it. It was all that skin just like ripping
No.
off.
it sounded like when somebody scraped their nails across the chalkboard.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh.
I'm playing. Like I'm sitting there because you know it's on me, so it's like in my ear shot, and it's just like, ugh, don't do that.
But guess what? He's never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it.
We're gonna get it, man.
Especially not with crusty ass hands. Because here's the thing: if we do decide to go farther, where's the fuck that shit gonna go?
Exactly.
Because you're not
Where
gonna
do you think
crusty
you
ass
put your
rub on
hands?
anything. Don't rub
Don't
your
grab.
crusty ass hands on people's booties. That's what it should
Yeah,
have been.
or on people. Period.
Just in general.
Yeah, that's.
If you are
that's-
crusty, lotion, moisturize.
That's a lotion. All right.
Manicures, men like why the grooming? It's not feminine
Yeah.
for you to go get a manicure.
Yes.
It's called taking care of your fucking self.
Let me
Your
tell you-
mom's
you
done
know-
doing it.
Let me
Please take care of
let me
yourself.
tell you the sexiest fucking thing about a man. You manicure and pedicure that shit.
Yeah.
That means you take
Okay.
care of yourself.
You know.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy.
and
is
you'll
that-
take care of me.
You'll take care of
Yeah.
me.
You
Absolutely.
know what's crazy is that the dudes out there, whatever, and I'll be looking at them, and I'll be looking at like their long ass fingernails. And I'm like, there are women out here
Yeah.
who let you put
Uh-huh.
your fingers like
Uh-huh.
on them,
Mm-mm.
like you got Freddy Krueger nails.
No.
They are
People-
letting you.
listen, people
Get
used to
somebody
make-
else to do it. I don't even like
People are
getting
like-
fingers.
Like, what do you
Don't
attract?
do it.
Like, what are you attracted to in people? One of my things that honestly is attractive to me is like hands.
Yeah.
And for me, people used to make fun of me, and I'm like, listen. First of all, look at people's hands. And if I'm going to be talking to, where is that hand going to go?
Yeah.
And if you got
Mhm.
crusty ass nails, what's
dirty
underneath there?
fingernails.
dirty
like,
fingernails, crusty bubble wrap hands, whatever you said. Like,
Yeah.
why do you have to go like this?
all I can imagine was these crusty ass, nasty nails just
Yes.
touching bodies.
No bubble
Man-
in the bubble.
Wash your shit, manicure your shit, and like, because it's important. And there's some very sensitive parts that you might want to get into that. And so you're gonna
That
infect-
require you to have some clean.
you're
ass
about to
nails.
infect somebody's body with that
You
shit.
really are.
If they
yeah.
nails ain't clean, they PENIS ain't clean.
Why'd you spell that?
I was thinking under the balls, but okay.
Oh
That's
God.
cool.
I just, like, my mouth just got watery.
Because you know the crack is right there, and the juices that
All of that.
Mhm.
All of that. The gooch.
There's a lot.
Watch the gooch.
I like that one.
Watch the
Ooh,
gooch.
can we have that number 11? Wash your goddamn gooch, whether you're getting it or not. Wash your gooch. I don't know what your gooch is, but my mouth is watering.
If you
There's
want
a
me
lot
to
happening.
tickle it,
The
clean
gooch
it.
is the spot between the balls
dick
and
and the
ass.
ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you never tickled a gooch?
No, listen. My daughter follows this, so we're not going to talk about this. But what I'm saying is, I just didn't know
we
it's
didn't
called
say
a
this
gooch.
was a family show.
Yeah.
so-
But I didn't know it was called a gooch. All I
Yeah.
know is just wash your
Wash the gooch.
wash your gooch.
But people don't wash their gooch. They just probably just hit the little, you know what I'm saying?
Cause think about it, when you sweat and that shit trickle
Yeah.
down your ass, where do you think it go? Your
My
gooch.
mouth is very watery.
Go
right now.
and
Like,
then-
there's a lot of- I'm not gonna throw up. Like it's like one of those. Like there's a lot of nasty shit happening.
Yeah.
Crusty hands, bubble wrap hands, smelly gooches.
Go invest in some Dr. Bronner's. So
Okay.
because that right there,
That's
that
just
Dr.
the good
Bronner's,
shit.
that is some good
Mhm.
shit. Because baby, let me tell you, that peppermint right there, that be having my little body parts and gooch tingling. Okay, let me tell
You
you,
got a
'cause it's
tingling gooch.
fresh. Yeah,
Time's got tickly
yeah,
gooch.
tingling gooch. It
Like
ain't
a
tickle,
fresh
but it's-
wag.
Is it not pregame where he just wants to like smoke us all out of here?
I don't know.
They're not gonna see this shit.
I don't know. All right. Tip number 5. Don't pull up to somebody's house bumping loud ass music. Okay. It's the first day and you pulling up Juvenile, back that ass up for the 990.
I don't know. I kind of like that shit. That's my
No.
theme music to
Hey,
walk out.
Girl theme music.
I'm pulling up.
Hey.
on that shit.
No.
Listen, bump that shit because
Yeah.
No.
I don't know about that one.
You won't back that ass out. All the white girls are coming out for that one.
Listen, that's my runway music. I'm walking down the
On the first
driveway
date?
like, ooh.
On the first date?
On the first
She
date.
gonna back that ass
Okay,
up.
I'll play something different. I wouldn't play that, but I'm still coming up bumping.
You go on 20?
Yeah.
Oh nah. I need you to turn it down at least to like a 10.
Can I just say
When you
though?
pull, like when we drive off, turn that shit up. But when you pull up in my neighborhood,
Yeah.
now you got Barbara and Meredith thinking that we running a trap house and shit.
No, Barbara and Meredith make back that ass up. They're like,
Barbara and Meredith
No.
is ready. Like I hear
I'm
you,
like
bro.
Barbara and Mary.
I am Barbara and Meredith. I promise you, we're about to back that
You're
ass up.
angry.
I'm letting them know, yep, bitches, I'm out here.
Yes, you are.
Meredith, Meredith
You
is
might
over
know
there.
my name by in the morning.
I think it depends on the situation of the person though. Because like if you're about to
Yeah.
go somewhere, like if you're younger, we have a younger audience, and you're somebody who like lives with some family members.
But have respect.
Have respect for your neighbor.
Yeah.
Have respect for your
That's
family.
what it is. When we pull off, turn that shit up. When
Yeah.
you pull up,
Out of the neighborhood, like
yeah,
out of the actual
yes.
neighborhood.
When you turn a left on Airport, then that's fine. But when you
Absolutely.
pull up, yeah, no, I don't need Barbara and Meredith. Like I hear Negro outside because you
Okay,
would have pulled
I'm
up.
just gonna rewind. I am Barbara and Meredith. We want to hear back that ass up. We do not want to hear certain other things.
Okay.
I thought it was more the
I'ma just pull
vanilla
up
ice.
playing-
Maybe got back.
Listen, you pull
Oh
up playing
my
Vaughn
God,
or
Becky,
Melly or
look at
Lil
her.
Durk. Now you're about to get the cops called.
Yeah, yeah.
Not back that ass up. That's the white girl.
Okay, yeah. For our target demographic, you know, NBA young boy and all that
Yeah,
shit.
young boy,
It's a
Durk.
no.
Yeah,
It's
I just pull up playing Darius record, then.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Leonard Skinner.
Darius.
hold my hand.
Yeah.
I really want to be with you. That's my shit. Right
I
there.
love that
I
shit.
love that song.
Hey, I just want somebody to be standing outside my window with the boombox, like, baby, come back.
So Darius Rucker is acceptable. Back
Yes,
that ass
we
up is
love Darius
acceptable.
Rucker.
But if you're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
go like hardcore, like rap, maybe just turn that shit up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't pull up playing
Pulling
Pound
up,
Town
playing
on the
up.
first date.
On the first date. Yeah.
Yeah,
listen.
it's gonna be like, all right, I'm sleepy.
Don't pull up to my house playing down for my niggas. Like we're not doing it.
I take some
What
Pound
about
Town.
me? He gonna fight for his niggas, but leave me over here breaking nails with these bitches. You not my type.
No.
I take some Pound Town. Barbara and Meredith need some Pound Town.
Yeah, I guess so.
They need that in their neighborhood.
All right.
They need something. They wouldn't be so angry.
Thank you.
And Brad-
Barbara and Meredith.
Brad-
listen to
Up
Pound Town.
tight. Loosen that shit up.
So maybe you should come in with some Pound Town and back that
Maybe.
ass up.
They might. I don't know. All right.
Accidentally pulling my neighbor driveway. She needed.
She
Okay,
got a
okay.
Pound Town.
She need a little something. Clear the cobwebs. No, you know what?
Wing Mom's got you.
She got you.
I will get you laid.
Wait, what?
No, we talked about this earlier. We talked about how like everybody.
Oh,
I don't.
I'm waiting
You
on-
know.
I
I
like
don't need to get
Not
laid.
you. I'm
Oh,
talking
okay.
about Barbara and Meredith.
Barbara-
Okay, you're over here telling me how he's got his head in my lap. That did not happen. She does not laid. Barbara and Meredith need the cobwebs knocked out.
Yes, they
I
do.
got
Yes.
it. I got it.
All right. Tip number 4. Don't talk all about yourself or an ex on the first date.
Yeah. Oh,
The
my God.
The ex
The
is what we're
ex.
talking
It's
about.
heavy on the eggs, but also about yourself.
Yeah.
Because I've been on a date before where the person was literally talking about their self, and I was just like, you know what? Don't call me.
Because you know what happens when they talk about themselves? Because you know if you do let it get to the point where you're about to get
Yeah.
get it on,
Yeah.
they're gonna be all about themselves.
Oh hell yeah!
Mhm.
Now you're egotistic.
Yep.
Yes.
So explain to me, like, what do you mean about talking just about yourself? Like, is it like just
Like I want you to be more
I got
interested in what, like, getting to know me
It should be a,
versus.
Yeah.
a conversation. We both need to know each other.
Yes.
So here's what I love. Here,
Oh,
you should be
okay,
asking
okay,
questions.
okay,
Like, it should be like a back and forth, not like a one way. Like this is all
Yes.
me.
Like, let me ask the questions I want to know about you, and you ask the questions you want to know about
I've seen
me.
a movie
Now
like
you
that.
sit there.
Well, that's real
Yeah.
life.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is
okay.
it think like a man?
I think so. Yeah.
That's what came to mind when we
Yeah.
first started talking about this topic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So ding
I
ding
got it.
ding. 2 points for me.
That's
A roll, Dad.
Sherry on the pregame, she's got 2 points.
Yep.
Yes. You done came back from vacation ready.
She's on
Hey,
fire. I
man.
like
I
the
love it.
feisty.
I like this. So yeah. All right.
Finally, it's only season
What is
3.
Dinging noise.
Girl, just ignore it's me.
Business.
Damn.
This is not pregame anymore. It's supposed to be all structured and shit.
Exactly.
All right.
Come on, big T.
I was
All right,
structured.
sorry, go number 5. So.
Shit.
I like the way she said it. Big T.
I didn't say it all sexy like my
No,
sex voice.
big
That was
T
something like
with
this.
a
She
T.
said,
for you.
she said it like she started in one of them 1980 pornos.
Big
Big
T.
T.
Go ahead.
Aw.
I can.
Okay.
Is that how you are?
It's got real
not
fucking
at
hot
all.
here.
Ratchet.
There's a lot ratchet.
That's
I
definitely
was
her morning,
saying,
boy.
like, nah, not
I
at
cannot
all.
right now. Okay, go ahead.
All
Number 5.
Tip. No, this is 3.
3. Oh, wait, you're going backwards. I'm sorry. I was going
Yes,
forward.
where you been? He hitting it from the back the whole time.
Well, I was hitting it from the front. Go ahead.
You from the front, huh?
I like to on top, but go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm
Tip
way
3.
too pretty to be fucked from the back.
Viewer discretion is
Like,
advised.
for real, I don't know if she my pants.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
This is the pregame. This is not
Okay.
a family
Yeah.
show. This is not how our podcast.
I'm ready for a
normally is.
commercial now.
We ain't got none.
I'll be the commercial.
Let's
Go ahead.
invent one. Look.
She's what we've learned
It's
is that
live.
you're too pretty fucking back,
Oh.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
Viewer
Definitely.
discretion is advised.
So are you.
Listen, I like
So
the
are
back. Fuck that
you.
shit.
So are you.
You guys are all too pretty to be fucked in the back.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm not getting
It's a nationwide.
My pants.
My dick from the back. I ain't never had that.
Stop it.
I'm trying to see what that be like.
Hey, I turned 42. My bladder is very,
Right.
very touchy. Don't make me laugh so
Gang
hard.
is out of control.
It's a pregame.
I love it.
Started it.
I love it.
Oh my god.
All right.
Okay, I
Tip
see.
3, y'all.
Hold on, give me some minute.
He started it. Like, oh my god.
I can't
Oh
breathe.
my god. He started it with red
Oh my
pen in her
God.
lap.
No,
You know?
no, we're not going back to that. Nobody was in my lap.
Now
Yeah.
we're
All right,
starting
tip
to-
3, man.
Nobody was in the lab.
Tip number 3.
I'm
Yeah.
crying. Okay, my makeup's running. I'm crying. Go ahead.
into the video.
All right. Tip 3. Don't ask a man to pay your bills.
Don't.
Don't.
If he want to, he will.
He will. A
And
lot-
it's so much better when he
I'm
offers.
sorry. Where can I find these men?
they're out there.
Shout out to my man, my
Oh,
man,
remember,
my man.
hey, just so you know.
But there are women who will, like, for instance,
I know.
y'all texting or talking, you're like, damn, babe, my phone about to get cut off. I'm sorry to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Both ways.
Yeah,
It goes both
yeah,
ways.
I've
Like
been
guys,
there.
guys to
Oh,
girls, girls to
absolutely,
guys.
yeah.
Like, fuck
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah.
But it's
yeah.
more common with women.
Hey, but you know what? Let's rewind it. Go to number 1. If that's your intentions, fucking put it out there.
Yeah,
If your intentions are to get your bills paid, put it out there.
yeah, absolutely.
Don't start whining and dining and fucking.
It just depends on the situation. Like,
Yeah.
I don't go into anything looking like, oh, I need a bill paid. Like, if I'm having a hard time,
Yeah.
you're supposed to be there to have my back
Yeah,
when I need you
absolutely.
the most.
But if we fuck with each other like that, then that's fine.
That's
but
fine.
we
Right.
didn't
Yeah,
even,
that's
we didn't
what
even
I'm
got to
about
the
to say.
first date yet. And you like, damn, babe, my phone about to get cut
Well,
off.
even in another
better
way,
get
of
on
looking
the
at
You
it,
better be
too.
out in the front yard when I pick you up. Oh, wait, don't pick up people up. You better walk
You
your
better
ass there.
You better get a payment plan popping. 'cause
Uber.
I know to tell you.
Another thing too is a lot of times when we as women vocalize like our problems, men tend to want to solve them. So we kind of put that out
Like,
there,
kinda
that
ir-
energy
it is
out
something-
That
there.
kind of honestly
Yeah.
irritates me because like it makes people feel, especially if you're like a real empathetic person, that they feel
Yeah.
obligated, and that should never be the case.
Yeah.
Don't.
Even if you can't provide financially, like even your conversation and us coming up with a plan together
Yeah.
will suffice, and that satisfies.
And that's after
you know.
after the first date. That's not a first
Oh, well,
date
way
thing.
past the first date.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the first
like,
date.
like we're
I'm
together.
not even comfortable to tell you what I'm even my struggles until I know
Right.
you. Like
Yeah.
right.
it could be years you wouldn't even know some of the things I struggle with.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely, yeah.
and that's just me protecting my my
Protect your
inner
peace.
yes.
Absolutely.
So
I'm still looking for a sponsor, by the way.
Oh, we're gonna get to sponsors in a minute.
No, I mean for me
Oh, for
personally.
you.
Remember, we need a sponsor for me.
Yeah.
Like, I want some
what
shoes.
size shoes you wear?
Right, I wear a size 9. So
we still gotta get you some
And
all white
women-
forces.
women
Them
9.
forces was on clearance at $90 at Finish Line. So go
So
get Miss
where-
Amy some
hey,
forces.
where's my sponsor? But like, but for real, if you want, I mean, bills, shoes, I got you.
Just don't
Just tell me
Oh,
your
I'm
intentions.
sorry. They
Tell
were
me your intentions ahead
$70,
of
not
time.
90. But there you go.
I don't-
be,
right.
Just don't be kicking no doors.
But
Forces.
She said
No,
white, not
yeah,
black.
not the black
can I actually ask a legit question? Because like this might actually be a cultural thing. Maybe it's not. The whole bill paying thing, like that's not a white people thing.
Yeah.
Like not like early on. Is that like I don't know if that I've never ever encountered that. Like it's just one of those things. Like I've never in my life have me or any of my people that like friends, family, like that.
Yeah.
Like to me, like it kind of surprised me when I like started hanging out with people that were not like me. But that's like a thing.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like, and I mean, Shay can speak on it because she's obviously a woman, but I feel like in our community, a lot of women have been raised that the man is supposed to protect and
Okay.
provide, which I mean, that's absolutely right. But that's when that's your man.
That's
Gotcha.
a lie.
Okay, so what do you think? 'Cause I'm
I'm
curious
just
about this.
speaking
Like,
from
what do you
my-
I mean, okay, so and I'm not gonna say that's a lie because yes, in any culture, like feel like the men are supposed
For
to
sure.
protect and
Yeah.
provide,
Yeah.
which that is their two jobs. But as a black woman, I've always been taught have your own name on all
Mhm.
your shit, like all your own house, your own paycheck. Like that way you don't have to ask anybody for anything. So if it do come down to where I need help, I'm still not comfortable asking.
So
like
that's a
I
woman
might
thing.
yeah,
'Cause that's how I
yes,
was
that's
raised
a
too.
woman thing.
Like,
Like
you
I
were
might
not
vent to
having
you
it.
about
Yeah.
my problems, but unless you offer, I'm never gonna ask.
So the
I'm
question
never gonna be that
becomes-
female to
So the
beg
question
for
becomes,
anything.
where did that perception come? Like
Yeah.
where did that come from? Where it's
Well,
like,
because back in the day, like when grandma and grandpa was the provider,
Yeah.
protected and provided for the family. And yes, he had his outside situations, but grandma wasn't saying shit because grandma not working. She's an in-house wife and
Okay.
taking care of the kids, and
Yeah.
he's paying all the bills. So she felt like, oh, well, she needed that man. This
Mhm.
day and age, it's like, no, we're making our own money.
Yeah.
We can make our own decisions, own rules. So it's like whatever you bring to the table is a bonus.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I
but
was
there
more
still
so
is
saying-
a group of people out there that are like kind of expecting a guy to kind of.
Well, that's what I was about to
Some
say.
are.
Like-
But that's what I was saying. Like, where did that perception
That's
come
what I'm
from? Like,
wondering.
yeah, like who created was like, this man, I need some money. So he need to give me some. Like, where did that mindset come from?
Music videos.
Okay, because I've never heard like
Because that's not reality
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
Like
Okay,
if
so-
you're a real woman, you're providing and paying your own
for sure.
So
and paving your own way, and whatever a man brings to the table, and vice versa. Because
Yeah.
I'm never one-sided with it.
Absolutely.
So whatever a man brings to the table is what he contributes. And if it was the other way around, you come into a situation where you find a man who has his own everything. And then a lot of, that question tends to pop up on Facebook. Well, what do you provide that I would need? Stability, support,
love, emotional,
love.
release,
Yes,
venting,
yes. Like all
So,
of that, not
in that-
just sex.
In that era, do you feel uncomfortable with asking your partner
Like big time. Like, so I don't know, like for like
Yeah.
about those
Yes,
those
yes,
situations? Did
yes,
you feel
yes.
uncomfortable?
Yes.
So I don't know, like I can speak in like my community, like the white community. I could, if I ever asked a man for anything, I would probably get my ass beat by anybody and everybody in my entire like background, because that
I'm
is,
gonna say, like, for me, like, I talked to one of my friends who was married,
yeah,
and she was like, "Well, I always beg for my husband. Like, that's how she gets it." And then in like certain situations, it's more like, shit, if I'm not asking, the next woman feel comfortable enough too, why not?
yeah,
And I'm the one here providing all the extra things you need, like the
okay.
moral support,
Yeah,
the physical support, mentally here for you, physically here for
Yeah.
you, cooking, cleaning, paying bills.
Yeah.
So yeah, if that female feels entitled enough to beg for even the slightest amount, I'm entitled to even ask for that. And
Yeah,
that's
too.
where I'm
And
at
that's where
now
I'm stuck,
mentally.
because I'm like I said, I've never even in my life until I became like a grown up heard any woman ever asking. But maybe that's just the way I was raised. Maybe that's just my, like, I know my mom told me, like, you get your own bank account, you make sure that bank account is separate.
Yep.
And not I mean, my mom and dad have been married for close to almost 50 years. Like, it's gonna be 50
Yeah.
years in 2025.
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
Ooh,
right.
shout
Like
out.
Ron and Shirley, like
Ooh,
50 years in
That's a long time
2025.
to deal with
Give them
somebody.
they snap.
Yeah.
I can deal with somebody
Yeah.
for 50 fucking minutes.
I don't know if they can deal with each other, but it just is what it is at
The
this point.
same person.
But
50
here's
minutes.
the thing, like my
You
mom.
could have said days, months,
Yeah,
but you
no,
said
it's-
minutes.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, but you know
It's
what?
time for you to go home.
But
Thank you.
but despite the fact that my parents have been together for 50 years, my mom literally raised me and said, "You get your own bank account, you make your own money, you get your own, you have your shit. You do not rely on anybody for
Right.
anything." And so for me, yeah, the answer to that is, if somebody were to ask me that, you will never catch me asking any man for money.
Because you even have to prepare for the worst, because you may have coming into this like, oh, you love me so much, you want to pay all the bills and
Yeah.
do this, this, and this. But say that, one day you wake up and you want to love somebody else that way, and you just leave me. You're never going to leave me high and dry.
Yeah,
I'm never going to be that situation to where I don't have my own
Yeah.
to fall back on.
yeah.
So while you're thinking, oh, I'm paying these bills, doing this, that, and the third,
Yeah.
trust and believe I have a savings account, not only for myself, but my kids as well.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Because
But-
when they're turning 18, they're walking into 700
Yeah.
credit
And
scores.
maybe that's where the women like movement has kind of changed some things.
yeah.
Because I think like there was a lot of time, like, so I think my mom came from like I said, my parents have been married for almost 50 years. But I think my mom was a stay-at-home mom. She didn't have her own money. She didn't have her own job. My dad was always the guy that made the money, but she never, ever, ever liked to rely on him for anything. And maybe that's where the woman move is like, nope, we're gonna have our own shit. We're not have to rely on people. And maybe that's where that came from. I don't know. But
Yeah.
like I just kind
that
of,
was a different era.
it's a
back
different
then.
era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Unique said, and some were taught no cash, no ass. So whatever I need you to give, if whatever I need you to give, you need to give if I'm sleeping with you.
You know what? Unique.
Period.
Yes. Get me
Because don't expect to get if you're not giving.
You're sticking that shit in there. You better give me some cash.
Yeah. But
But not only can, but not.
Because when
Yeah.
you stick your card in the ATM, money come out. So,
You know what? Shit. That is a
Period.
fucking fucking point.
a deposit.
period.
slip.
You're gonna put it in,
And I need receipts.
You know what? Put
I
it
don't
in.
want to. I don't want to just know it. I need physical receipts.
Would you say no coochie coupons over here? Huh?
Exactly.
No, if it goes in, money comes out.
You don't get a pass. You don't
So I
get a
think we can
pass.
all agree on that. Money,
Got
if
this
it goes
coupon
in,
through the
money's
call-
coming out.
through the mail,
Listen.
like shit.
I ain't sending
Not
no
all
coochie
fine.
through the
Listen, did
mail.
somebody just say a coochie coupon?
I did.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, I got this coupon through the mail. Like, I can't use
You
it.
ever, you ever
You-
fucking tell
you
my
think-
coochie is half off? I'll beat
You
your
think
ass.
it's
I'm never
Not
a
Groupon.
$40 bitch. Okay, never.
My coochie is 100%.
Red? Let me find out you find a coochie on Groupon.
Is that like
He finished his Groupon, but
that's like Groupon after dark?
I'm about to say you find a coochie on Afterpay, Red. Like, what are you doing?
That's the Groupon on the dark web.
hey, that's his Clubhouse coupon.
Right.
Go on Groupon, buy this, and you'll get the coochie.
I wonder what a Groupon coochie is like. I'm just saying.
We don't want to know.
No, I don't wanna know.
I'm good.
Everything
We
50%
good.
off on Groupon.
But if you know,
Half off
Hey,
Toledo.
tap in, comment if you've had some Groupon coochie.
If you have
let
the
us know.
Groupon coochie, let us know.
No,
Wait, you know that's my personal experience.
no, I do not. I was
Lie.
just making a joke.
Lie. Look at his face.
I was just making a joke. Never had
He's
a
like, nobody
Groupon
can know
pussy.
that I do Groupon
Nobody can
coochie.
know. All right. Tip number 2.
If you
y'all.
miss
You're
back
the
page,
pregame
just
right
say
now.
that.
Yes, I love
All over
pregame.
there.
Yes.
Tip number 2. Don't be on your phone. You know,
Oh
when
my
you go on
god, I will
dates,
fucking punch you in the face.
that lets me know that you are not interested in that person.
Yeah.
You ain't-
Yeah.
And unless this is the only excuse. If you have kids, you know what I'm saying, and you're on a date and the babysitter to get in touch with you or the kids are home by
But you know
yourself,
what? Look,
that's fine.
I got kids. My phone's been like this the whole time.
Yeah.
If it vibrates, I look. Okay, good. They're alive. Oh shit, they're alive. My kids are alive. Let's go.
Okay. I was
I,
like,
I literally hate
sure?
going out to eat with people who stay in their phone the whole time. I recall one instance. I think we were all in Atlanta at the Cheesecake Factory, and everybody at the table were in their phone. And I politely text them all, "Hi, we're having dinner. Put the
Yeah,
fucking
asshole, put
phone
your phone
down."
down.
Yeah,
You know what? You know what I think too. Like, can I add to phone?
Yeah.
This irritating. Maybe this is me, but like Apple Watches irritate the fuck out of me more than phones. Because like I'm gonna put my phone down. But here's the thing: you got your Apple Watch, and people are
and
blowing
every
up your Apple Watch.
notification. Yeah.
This is rude. This is rude as fuck. If I'm on a date, what is this telling you? I don't give a fuck about you.
Or I'm trying to see what time it is so I can get the fuck up out of
That's
here.
what it seems like. It seems like you don't fucking
it makes
care.
you uncomfortable.
Like I hate it. So Apple Watches, phones, put the shit down.
Yeah, just be, and the thing is, be present in the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How can you
Woo.
possibly know if you like a person if you're in your fucking phone?
Be
Absolutely.
present with the mind and the body.
Okay,
Yes.
you feel me?
Mind, body, spirit, and soul.
There you
There it
go.
is.
Listen, all right, and the number one.
This is the
tip-
longest tips for tea ever.
but I love
It's
it, though.
nice because we're all
I
engaged.
love
So
it.
yes,
Look at that.
I'm
We-
loving
I
it.
love
Back to that
this.
shit. Y'all welcome.
A whole hour of tips for tea.
All right.
We're
So
all
much for the-
growing and elevating and
You feel me?
shit. I
So,
love it.
fuck
Season
yeah.
3, we love
Woo.
it.
Season motherfucking 3.
Y'all
That's
better
9
tune
PM,
in.
I can say
I
that.
promise you, this is one season you don't want to miss.
Big
Absolutely
facts.
not.
Big facts.
Don't want to miss.
Big facts. All right, and tip number 1, y'all. We talk about this all the fucking
I can't
time.
wait.
Last but not least.
What is
Not motherfucking least.
Don't send motherfucking unsolicited dick pics. Please don't do that shit. And
I
I'm
have a lot to say about dick pics.
listen, we talk about this on the show a lot because people are still fucking doing this shit. And I'm going to use this example. I hope my friend Trish doesn't mind me sharing, but if she do, it's too late because I'm about to
You
share.
shouldn't even said her name. You should have said my friend.
I'm sorry.
Okay, rewind.
Fuck it.
There's a friend out there that might have some things to say about dick pics. Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. Well, anyway. So my friend who shall remain anonymous now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll bleep it out later on.
We got this.
Okay. Anyway, so my friend, this guy had inboxed her and they were, talking or whatever. And, she had pretty much told him, like, I don't like sexual conversations. Like, I
Yeah.
just got to know you, whatever the case may be. And he sent
He
her
responded with a goddamn dick, didn't he?
a video.
He was just like, yeah, baby.
Yeah. No, seriously.
No, I know.
Like he legit sent a video and she was just like, why the fuck would you do this? Like, I didn't already told you, like, I don't like this conversation.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Can I tell you this
And
story?
that was like the most creepiest shit ever. Cause I'm just like,
Yeah.
at what point do you just ignore fucking consent?
Do you know what I love? You single? No, not single. And then like the next text is a fucking dick pic.
Or a video?
What motherfucking look? Are you single? No. Nobody wants to see your dick.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a story to where like I randomly got a whole Snapchat video and it was like no face, no case was the profile name. So see the whole picture.
That's a red flag.
Red
Uh-oh.
flag. Okay, so
We have not been drinking at all.
if anybody know me, I'm an investigator. Like I don't give a fuck the situation.
She
It
will
was
find
one
your
of my
shit
dude's
out.
friends. And first of all, if you're gonna try to no face, no case, take your hands out of it, especially if you have distinguishing marks
Jesus.
or nails. Like, yeah.
Or
We can-
tattoos.
We know
That
who you
part.
are. We know that's your dick.
And we all know
And we
this
know
day.
it's not as good
Yeah.
as you think it is.
I wasn't impressed.
No dick.
That's the thing. Here's what I've realized.
I'm
Like,
happy where I'm at.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm just gonna be but probably because I've been drinking, but I'm gonna throw this out there. When you send unsolicited dick pics, your dick is not as good as you think it is.
And you put yourself out there to possibly
It's
be
screaming-
exposed to the world.
Your
That
dick
shit
is not as good as you think it is.
disgusting.
It's screaming thirsty to me. Like
Absolutely.
desperate, thirsty. Yeah.
People that have good dick, they don't need to flash it to everyone.
And if I to my fellas, you know what I'm saying? I have never personally done that because I ain't never felt safe enough to do that with anybody. So
Right.
I rather do it in person.
I personally do not send
Yeah,
I'm
those
gonna
type of
I'm gonna put that
pictures.
out
this
there.
He's like, my dick goes in person only.
I don't send
Yeah.
nudes at all. Like
But my thing is, if you're gonna do it, be creative. Like, be creative with that shit. Like,
Put a filter on that shit or
Fucking
something.
go somewhere.
Moist-
erotic
how about
and
moist-
exotic.
how about moisturize?
We talked about that
Yeah,
already.
motherfuckers
I
don't
don't
put shit on
wanna
dry
get
ass
He did.
dick.
Hey, if your dick looks like bubble wrap dick,
Bubble.
bubble
We
wrap.
don't wanna see
Like,
that
what in
bubble.
the speed
Nobody
bump
wants
is
your
going on
goddamn
here?
bubble
No,
wrap
I don't want to see that shit,
Yeah.
man. No.
Moisturize. Fucking lotion.
If your shit look like a speed bump, I'ma stop.
If your shit sounds when you touch it, get rid of it.
I've heard so many stories from my women friends who are like, Ty, like it's just ashy. And I'm like, when you got the shower, do you
I'm
not
sorry. If your dick is ashy,
when you got the shower, do you not rub your body down? Like you don't put lotion on?
I don't know. I don't know the protocol, but is that part of their lotioning situation?
Yes, that's skin.
I get
Body
that.
part.
I mean, like, do you do like head, shoulders, knees, and dick?
Whatever.
Basically,
listen,
yes.
Yes. Whatever direction you would like to go. Hey, as long as you moisturize.
I just helped them out.
Yeah.
Hey,
Head, shoulders, knees,
knees,
and
and dick.
Hey, just like how you shower. You
Hey.
don't wash your ass first and then wash your face, right?
shoulders, knees, and dick.
You wash it up
Yeah,
top and
top
then
to
go
bottom.
down.
Yeah, top to bottom.
Yeah.
Moisturize your penis.
Yeah. So yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. So that was my tips for T, and I was 10 things on what not to do on a date. So that's
That
that.
was
together.
fantastic.
You're welcome.
Woo!
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told I had the ammo
Exhale.
ready.
Exhale.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah,
lot.
Hey.
that's good shit though.
It
Like,
was it was well needed. It was a lot. You get your snaps.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where my DJ Clue Bomb at?
Brad, go.
It's-
If you fuck that camera up, I will fuck you up.
Damn.
No, he
Miss Amy came back aggressively.
No, but
Wait,
listen,
what?
this camera and I have
Oh,
had a
shit, you
moment.
bumping tables and shit.
See?
You shaking
Wait,
the
make sure it's
table.
the right. Make sure it's the right one.
Here it
Make sure
goes.
it's the right
I think
one.
it's a red one.
No, they all lit up. So that's how.
No, the red one. Where's the red?
Watch.
Where's
No,
the red
don't press
button?
that red one.
Where's the red one?
Don't press it.
Do it.
Go, no, I know which one to press. Yeah, don't you do it.
Do it.
Press the arrow.
Arrow.
Press the arrow.
Do it.
There we go. Now hit the red. There we go.
Hey, we're just trying to help people out. We're just trying to help you out.
I appreciate it.
We try to get people
Definitely.
dates. We try to get
Yeah.
people laid. We try to get people in relationships.
Yeah.
Those were good tips.
You're
You've
welcome.
been saving that shit up all summer.
I have. I
You've
have.
just been like in your notes in your phone, like I got another one.
Every time I see
got
that, but like,
another
let
one.
me put this in my notebook. You know, like how on Blue's Clues, Steve had his notebook, and that was me.
Why did you think backpack? That's Dora.
That's
My
the
bad.
raw show.
Listen.
Yes,
See, you know, because you got little kids.
I felt like fucking Steve. from
Who
Blue's
got little
Clues.
kids?
Brad does.
Oh,
Yeah.
All
I
right, you're-
thought you were talking about timeline.
Right.
Both our kids in
Red's
high
got kids.
school and
Red's got
college.
My son is grown.
Yes. My kids,
He has-
listen.
he
I
has
feel
two
like I only got
semesters.
one. Is that wrong? My son's 16, but my daughter 14. It's like I feel like I only got the one left. Because
Yeah.
the 16-year-old, I think that's the new 18 when it comes to boys.
Jesus.
I can speak on that. I was I was like that as a kid at 16.
Yeah.
He,
You were
Mom, I'm
broke.
going to the
You
store
everything.
when he's
Car,
out
I was
there.
working.
Yeah.
I was like,
Like, I am a grown
I
ass.
was like,
yeah,
you better
motherfucker.
talk. I told my mom, like, you better talk to me
You got your
nice,
kids
lady.
at 16?
Huh?
You got your kids at 16?
No, I say my son is 16
Oh, okay.
now.
My bad.
I said I feel like that's the new 18 because he'll literally text me and this is all I ask. Like, I want to know your whereabouts, but he'll literally text me, oh, I'm doing this after he's already on his way to do it. Or like, oh, I'm at such and such house
Yeah.
after school. And it's just like I love the communication, but
Like,
I
Did
feel
you
like I only have
did you
one
ask
kid
permission?
left. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no permission left with a 16-year-old boy.
right.
But my daughter,
feel
who's
that.
19, who 18, she'll be 19 in 2 weeks. She still asks my permission to go places.
for sure.
Yeah,
So,
she
and I really
She
respect
should.
that.
I
Yeah.
was cracking up. My son's 21. And he lives in Cincinnati. He's not even here. And I called him. And my rule when he was like a teenager was like, you have 5 minutes to call me back just because I want to make sure you're good. I called him. He called me. I'm so sorry. I was like at the store and there was no service. I'm like, well, you're 21 years old. I don't give a fuck what you were doing. He was like, well, I know, but like it's been more than 5 minutes. I didn't want you to get worried. I was like, I love you for that.
He
But
could have been deep, way up in it.
listen, we're not going to talk about that. I hope he was. I hope he was deep the fuck in it. I love that for my kids, but I'm just saying.
Just,
Okay.
just make
Brett's
sure you
like,
tell
Brett's
Brett.
like, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm not playing this.
Just tell
podcast.
Well, that's 'cause his kids are younger.
Hey,
like,
Brett.
yeah.
Get that.
Oh, he's getting it.
and
I'm
make
sure.
sure you wash the gooch first.
Yes, and nobody wants these
That
bubble
goose-
wrap
hey,
dips. So
and
wash
wrap
that
it up.
shit. Moisturize. White boys need to moisturize too.
And once a week,
Wrap it
soak
up.
your hands in some soap water.
See, I feel like, you know what? I honestly feel like
Manicure yourself
I
if
will
you
say
can't
this,
make
like,
it to the
I
salon.
feel like honestly, like seriously, in the Black community, you are taught to moisturize and wash shit.
Absolutely.
Like, I need my white boys to moisturize and wash some shit too.
Yeah.
Just because you can't see that it's like dry.
What about the one video where the girl put something under the soap and the guy didn't even use the soap?
Oh Lord Jesus, you
Like-
can't-
We also need. We talked about this. We need white people to use
Washcloths?
washcloths.
Yeah.
Okay,
And-
listen,
and
we're not
not
gonna go back
loofah.
there. I fucking use a goddamn washcloth.
Some
We
of
know
them
you
don't even
do.
use loofahs. They use the
Oh,
soap.
they
You know what?
Take the soap
So,
from
this is a good
Yeah, they
segue
just
to like
use
what I was gonna say.
I don't even use nobody's soap.
Remember we talked about this when CJ De Niro was on the show. He was
Yeah.
like, he literally had a guy that just was like,
It's a fucking
they didn't
disgusting.
use towels. He just took the soap and rubbed across
So-
his
Yes.
This is a good segue because we're going to talk about season 3, and we've done some
Yes.
Ask the White Girl, and so we're going to kind of do definitely more Ask the White Girl. White Girl traveled this summer, so I got a couple videos from that, and one of them actually has to do with washing your body. So like, I can't wait to show you guys that. And the funniest part about the whole thing was, and I don't want to spoil the question, but the guy asked the question, and I was like, "What are you even talking about?" But I was like, "I know what he's talking about. I don't do that either." I was like, "Shut up, you're such a white girl." but we're gonna do that, and then we're actually gonna kind of bring it full circle, which is that I've had some of my white friends ask me questions. Hey, white girl, ask your black friends,
Yes.
so that we can kind of break down some of those. So can I ask you guys one now?
Sure.
All right, let me find it.
All
Gotta
right.
find it on my phone.
Well, while Miss Amy is finding her ask the black people
It's good.
question.
And then not say black people. That sounds off. Hey, white girl, ask your black friend.
Oh,
Sounds much more nice.
okay, sorry. I was speaking in Ebonics. But
I meant that. Okay.
in the meantime, Mud Talk has some amazing sponsorship packages that we have available.
Yes, we do.
As we talked about earlier in the show, we have over 11,000 viewers who, watch our YouTube.
Let me
channel.
just 11 motherfucking thousand viewers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
didn't say that the way you said it much nicer earlier.
I didn't say it as nice.
From countries, state,
Yes,
Toledo.
literally.
Africa.
South Africa.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah. So when I checked this morning, we had 11,168
Jeez.
motherfucking views
On what?
on our YouTube channel.
Just YouTube.
Just YouTube.
That's not even like the podcast.
Yeah, that's not even like streaming platforms on Spotify, Apple,
Yeah.
Pandora,
That's amazing.
XM. This is
11,000.
YouTube. 11,168 viewers. That means they're watching the show, they're watching our reels, they're watching our shorts, they're fucking on the page and watching our shit.
Can you
That's
imagine
great.
being a business owner and getting access to 11,168 people that could like come visit your business?
And not even just in the United States, like the United Kingdom,
Yeah.
South Africa, Australia, like people who can literally tap into your business. And what I want people to do, I want them to stop thinking so locally and start thinking globally.
Yes.
You never know. A person could come over from the United Kingdom and visit America one day,
Mhm.
come to Toledo and be like, oh my gosh, I heard about your
Yeah.
barbershop business, your massage business on this podcast that I listen
What
to.
kind of massage business are we talking
I
about?
don't know. It ain't gonna do with me. But
It ain't gonna be no. There's not
As long
gonna
as
be
you
no
moisturize, we're good.
unwanted touching
Yes.
at the end.
it's consensual touching because it's consent.
So you don't mean that kind of massage?
Yeah, not nothing with a happy ending. I mean, if that's what they do, hey, they ain't gonna
I
do
love
with
a good
me.
happy ending.
What for no massage?
Did you see the guy who got the woman arrested because she tried to touch him after the massage? Like she thought that's what he wanted
Oh
was a
my
happy
God.
ending.
Yeah.
He called the police on her ass. Like
You know,
As he should have.
So
yeah, it goes both ways. Because
So-
if it was a woman, she would have.
Fuck yes.
at a particular friend that I knew that is no longer in the physical being, he practiced a meditation piece, like whatever practice called called like umming, OM or OUM or whatever. No, but it was
Like that?
seriously, it's a real
It's like when you tried to be a duck earlier.
no,
Stop.
no, stop it. But no, it's a legit thing where he went to California and they got trained. And what happens is they go to these women and they massage their
Yeah, they
clitoris
fucking do.
Yeah, no, seriously. It's like, but it's a meditation thing. It's
Yeah.
not sexual. And they don't do it to the point to where they orgasm. It's basically like to get them close.
Listen,
And then just-
Edging.
yeah.
I don't
But
know.
it's a legit thing.
Edging
When does
is
the edging
nice.
finish?
But-
Edging
Yeah,
is
it's nice if it can
Yeah.
finish.
Well, I think they don't do it to where they like.
So you edge and then you go home and finish your shit later.
I guess they do a release. I don't know, but
Somebody better fucking release that shit.
but it's a legit thing to where he had to go and get like trained on it. Like it's like
Yeah.
a whole thing.
No,
of,
I
like,
know what you're talking about because I
Yeah.
read an article, but like it's a whole science of the sex.
And I was like, and I asked him, I was like, so it's like sexual? He was like, no, like they like you don't touch any part of their body. They're not trying to like have sex with you. The man literally just lays them down, opens their legs, rubs their clitoris until they have an orgasm, and that's it.
So they do have an orgasm.
Yeah. But some of the women don't want
You
that.
talked about edging, just fucking jumped.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Hey, we love edging.
Now we're at
And-
12,000 views.
Yeah. After this, you're gonna be like, all the way over to
Edging
Germany.
is great for like when you're trying to procreate.
Don't you
have
to, like-
kids?
Don't you have to like finish that shit at some point?
At some point, but
But you're trying to just build up the
the
Oh,
count.
Edging is
product.
great always. Like I think edging is honestly a really good way to like experience sexuality.
Yeah.
For guys and girls, honestly. Like it's actually like a thing.
I feel like, and this is kind of off subject, but it's whatever. I'm just kind of saying, but I feel like masturbation is like a great meditation thing.
Yeah.
Like some people look at it for a sexual reason, but there are some people who use masturbation
Like,
to like meditate. and
Here's the
just,
thing.
like, be stress free.
It's a physical need that we all have.
Yeah.
Like it's just that release in general.
Sometimes that's the only way I can go to sleep.
For
Like,
sure.
Yeah.
It's something that
facts.
just releases stress and
Yeah.
it kind of just tires me out. And it's just more
Yeah.
like, all right, see y'all in a little bit.
There's a lot of benefits to masturbation.
Or sometimes
Yeah.
you have a great post nut clarity. Like your brain is just like, wow, like I feel like I can make the best decisions in the world right
I
now.
feel like that's
Yeah.
the worst decision you're about to make.
No,
Like I just nutted and like I'm on top of the world.
no, because anytime afterwards, I'm like, damn, I could be the fucking president right now. Make a great
I
decision.
hope when you become the president, you're
Yes.
like, I nutted and then I became the president.
Minus the mugshot.
Hey,
So,
but you see,
Clinton.
Kevin Gates,
We were just talking about Kevin Gates earlier.
he said,
Power of pussy.
no,
no.
Oh, he
Not
said,
that
fuck
song.
the pussy.
not that song. He said, it's called sperm retention,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
to where he doesn't
Kevin Gates is a
ejaculate.
fucking weirdo.
Yeah. But
He is not.
He fucks.
I know you fucking
He
said
is-
that Kevin
Didn't
Gates.
Kevin Gates say that
I
he
saw
had
the
sex
sex
with his
tape and
cousin?
it's not happening.
Yeah, he did say that.
He said he had sex with his cousin.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
did say that.
Well, there's that.
So
But he
don't listen to
says
him.
he does sperm retention, which is meaning that he doesn't nut. So he
Ever?
tries to ever.
Until he.
I think, Kevin,
until he's
here's-
in the act of.
I don't
having
want to
sex.
get sued here, but just as a disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer.
Maybe he
Viewer
just can't
discretion
nut.
advised. Disclaimer.
Because I feel like that's what somebody says when they're like, I really can't nut. And like, I'm just trying to make an excuse for the fact that I can't nut. So I'm just going to tell you this. Like, I'm just harnessing this power of my inability to nut.
yeah,
Well, I watched the sex tape, Kevin. It's not that good.
I can't see how you just hold your
Sperm.
sperm and don't ejaculate. I don't see how you can do that.
You know what? I actually had a conversation with a friend of mine. This is like a true story. Like, we were talking about like the power of like your body
Mhm.
and when you have consent and you choose to give yourself to somebody. And there is a lot of power in when you choose to allow somebody else into that space of
Oh,
yours.
absolutely.
And when you can harness that back and you save that for like the right possible person moment, you are giving a piece of your life to that person.
Yes.
Yes.
And
tight.
so there is a lot to be said about who being selective about who and when and where and how much of your actual personal energy goes
Yes.
into releasing to somebody else.
Yes.
And I think that's where I think a lot of people get a little stuck. Like they kind of look at it like it's just like sex can be like, it feels good versus like when I'm releasing my actual sexual being to you, like that's a big part of you.
Absolutely.
That's why it's very
personal.
important about who you select to give yourself to.
Absolutely.
The soul ties are very real.
Yes.
And the thing is that, with that, that's why people, when they give themselves to each other having soul ties, some people be fucking delusional afterwards.
For
like,
sure.
you are ready to bust out people's windows,
Right.
flat
Man,
tires,
okay.
or you got You know, for my
She wants to know about
fellas.
it.
Like you don't have to do that. Like be
I
careful
have
who
to
you
God.
do that
You
to.
got fellas who be ready to fight a
Yeah,
dude
listen.
because, like, what? Because, like,
The
we said,
power of
your-
pussy.
or your body,
Power of
Or
or
piece
I
of-
was
or
like
penis.
18. I was dating this guy. And it was
POP
like
or
I would
POD?
tell him I'm ready to go home, like to my own apartment. 18 with my own apartment. My own apartment. He would get to breaking up his dishes, throwing them on the floor. It's really time for me to fucking go.
I just feel like a lot of people tend to not look at like the genuine power of what we have inside of us and who we choose to give it to. And you're right. Maybe people would be less likely to bust out windows and fight people when you're giving it to the right person.
Absolutely.
And by that means that you're both in the same level of like, if I'm giving you my power of my inner being,
Yeah.
my intersexual being, and you're giving me yours, that's a huge intensive like spiritual
Yes.
personal connection.
Right.
Especially when people don't use protection.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
When you don't use protection and
Getting
you
the
allow,
full-
yeah.
Which leads me to my point. in
And
the
you
car.
gotta be emotionally mature enough to handle that
Absolutely,
situation.
Yeah.
because that you're
So
giving me
that's
a
why
big part of
it's
who you
never
are.
good to have sex too early or
Too frequently, too many people.
Yes.
And I'm not judging him. I just want to throw this. I'm not judging you. Like you do you. But just know that when you choose to give a piece of that, like there's a lot of like intimate things you're giving to
Yeah.
somebody.
yeah.
Which also leads me to believe that Kevin Gates is all talk. We had this conversation.
Yeah.
With
He
that
is
being
all talk.
said, she
Shay would
speaks
fuck
for
the shit out
herself.
of you. So Shay
Kevin, we
wants
would
to fuck
love to
Kevin.
have you on the show. I'm not saying I would give myself to you, but we would love to have you on the show.
Kevin, I don't want to fuck you, but I want to hear you like just talk in the
I
voice
just
you do
wanna-
when you do your
Yeah.
raps.
I feel like he's very intellectual. Like he does have some valuable
Yeah,
points,
for sure.
especially
A
when
lot
it comes to
valuable points.
self-care.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he's a very spiritual person, and I do love him for that.
The
So-
conversation we had in the car was that I was talking about how like very sexual he is. Like we were listening to the song Power. So if you ever heard it, go listen to it. It's like actually
Yeah.
that's what the
Yeah.
power was. I love that song. But I'm like, he has a lot of talk. And I feel like anybody that's that much talk can't really back it up.
And then we
Well, that can be
And
said.
then he said, did you see the sex tape? I'm like, I sure did.
Yeah.
But that
And I
can
was
be
not
said for
impressed.
any of the
I didn't
rappers.
see it.
But that can be said for any of the rappers. I mean, Cardi B,
Yeah.
wet ass pussy.
That's exactly what he said. He was like, then there's the rappers that are talking about like the money and the cars and the clothes and the shoes that they don't have.
Her own husband put her on blast, and one of those lyrics she says, "I don't cook, I don't clean," and he
Let me tell you, I got
literally
this right.
posted a video of her sweeping the fucking floor.
Yeah.
You're cleaning something. It might not be your pussy, but you're
You
cleaning.
get something.
Oh,
fuck?
shit,
Well,
Cardi
her
B, you not,
story.
we're
Well,
not gonna
no,
get sued
no,
here.
Cardi B.
No,
No.
no,
I'm not saying that like
Thank
But-
you.
wrong. In that moment, maybe
Yeah.
I should have said it like that. In that moment, she was not, in the shower cleaning. She was cleaning her house.
Yeah.
So that's what I
That's
meant.
But-
and that's a conversation she said.
but in her
because, like, a lot
song,
of
she was
rappers
saying
say
she don't
shit
cook
they're
and
not.
clean.
Yeah,
I just know that Kevin Gates talks real fucking sexual, and I honestly, he's all talk.
I just want him to clear
If
up
you fuck Kevin Gates, please like message
I just
me.
want him to
need
clear up
know.
the whole like he has sex with his cousin thing. So
I
I
don't
think,
give a fuck.
but I think it was like he didn't know that person.
we
was
don't
his
judge
cousin.
here. I'm
I don't either.
If you want to fuck your cousin, you do you.
I'm not saying
no, he
I do not agree.
We don't judge on my but
But I think
don't
he
agree.
didn't
We don't
know.
judge.
But once he found out, he was like, "Well,
he
shit, it's
didn't
too
know,
late." Like,
and he made a song. He made it's a
About
song.
his cousin?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
a song called Corn and Syrup. He made a song and he stated that he had sex with his cousin.
Oh.
yeah, he didn't know.
So
Yeah,
like-
he didn't know. But
Which
once
is
he,
which like
but I think, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, didn't he like once he found out, like they didn't just stop?
it kept continuously going.
you know what? Here's the thing. Everybody's got their thing, and Kevin Gates.
No,
you
here's
do
the
you.
thing, and this is my take on it. Like, in one way or another,
You
like,
have any
I feel like
comments on Kevin Gates' cousin?
it's not even that in particular. It's like we're all related in some way or another. Like,
All right.
If
Way
you
to just
think
really
about
fuck
it,
up all
men-
sexual situations.
No.
We're all related.
Here's
Just
the
fucking
point.
fuck your cousin.
here's the point. No, listen to this point. Here's the thing. So, men carry the surname of their family name, whereas women, when you're married, your
Yeah.
name tends to change.
His
So
name.
my name might be such and such before
Yeah.
I'm married,
Yeah.
but then when I'm married, I take on my husband's last
For
name.
sure.
So then when I'm having these kids, they don't know they're related to Derek and
For
Ken
sure,
over
yeah.
there, and they're over there fucking on them. And I hate to say it like that. I
Also,
hate
like
to,
our
but-
views just
You're-
jumped way up. We talked about Kevin Gates fucking his cousin.
But if you also think about it too, if we just being honest, most black people we still have the white name that the slave masters gave
Yes.
us.
Yeah.
You feel me? So we and Shay, not saying we're doing anything, but me and Shay could be related, and we don't know because her last name is McLaurin and mine is Cleveland.
Well,
And we
damn,
still-
put my shit on blast.
Put their shit out there. Fucking bleep that.
My bad.
They're not fucking. And they're not cousins.
We're
Not at all.
They could
Not
be.
at
We
all.
don't know. We don't know, but they're not fucking.
I
So
don't
we
know.
don't know.
It's not in the bloodline.
All right, we're gonna
Okay.
rewind all. Okay, so ask the white girl.
No more pre games for me.
No, we love the pregame because we don't give a fuck. This is
I'm
like-
giving out people's.
I
garbage.
like being honest and open. It's fine.
Yeah.
It might not be the same next year.
If you
Yeah.
are watching
Ashe.
this, let me tell
Okay,
you,
you better manifest that.
Ashe.
Okay.
this is the pregame. This is not how our shows usually go.
It's
First of
not.
all, they're not like 8 billion hours sometimes. But like,
Yeah, 'cause I
we're
gotta
just gonna,
pee.
This is like a typical
pee.
show. It's almost.
Go Pete, let me ask my black friends things though. So one of the things that we're doing, like we talked about earlier, is that we did ask the white girl. White girl's gonna visit. I'm still going to a studio. We still have some places to go,
Yes.
and we'll get some ask the white girl questions. I have a couple from my travels around in the summer.
We still gotta send white girl to church.
White girls going to church, the studio, wherever you want to send me. And if you honest, that's one of our sponsorship packets.
Absolutely.
If you have a business or someplace that you feel like maybe white people don't always frequent, I am more than happy to come and hang out at your business.
White
and
girl visits the after hour.
oh,
listen, white girl needs to go to a fucking
Oh,
after hours
Hey,
right
hey,
now.
you do
you
not
gonna be
wanna
by
go-
yourself on that one.
Yeah.
Make sure Renee, let's go right now. And I'll be real. Like,
Shake
I have
them
never been to an after hour.
I'm gonna be at home.
White
I haven't been in after hour in 3
you
years.
bitches are gonna send me the after hours for myself.
That's the experience.
Somebody drop me off in the fucking after hours and be like, "Here you go, like,
Buy
where you go?"
your-
I gotta ask. Sit down. I gotta ask them. All right.
Why do you
Okay.
keep saying pee? Like,
Go pee.
Just say piss.
Fucking
just
just put
say
it out
I'm
there.
going to the
You
bathroom.
pee. You
He
pee.
gotta go tinkle.
So while you're doing that, let me just explain how we're going to do. So we're still going to do the Ask the White Girl questions, and we still encourage you to send any in. I do have a couple videos from when I was like out, honestly, all over the country, and I got questions. But the other part of this is we want to bring it full circle. So the next part of our season 3, is we are going to do some questions called "Hey White Girl, Ask Your Black Friends," and they're going to kind of answer. Now, I was telling them earlier, I've had kind of a hard time, and maybe this is the question we need to talk about is why. I have yet to find one of my white friends that will actually go on video and ask a question. It's a lot of anonymous and a lot of first name. But I do have some questions, and I do have one I'm going to
Did
have
some of
to
them give their first name?
first name.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I made them, but it's fine.
Yeah.
And maybe that's something that because really the ultimate goal of Ask the White Girl was we wanted to kind of break down all of the things that people like to talk about, but nobody wants to just bring it all together and just say, hey,
Yes.
let's just talk about shit. And I get it. As a white person, I can say I get it because
Yeah.
like there's a lot of things like we have as a white person have to be very careful sometimes what we say because I don't want to be canceled. And I think that there's that kind of a cancel culture out there for white people
Yeah.
and black people in general. Depends on what
I think people, period. Like
Yeah.
everybody go through
Yeah.
And the
different
thing,
situations.
yeah, and the thing that me and Amy talked about before too is that sometimes white people are afraid to ask those questions because we can kind of our response can be very aggressive in return, and so
Yeah.
therefore they're like, "Oh, I really don't want to ask."
And I've experienced that, but
Yeah.
I'm like, this is why I think for me it works because you can be aggressive with me and I'll just be like, fuck off. And it's fine.
Literally.
Literally, I'll tell you to fuck off.
Because it could be triggering. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, different cultures, different, experiences. So some questions can be triggering.
For sure.
So like you said, like you kind of have to be cautious of what you say and what you do.
I
things
actually
like
had some of
that.
my friends were like, why do you even do that white girl segment? That's my white girl voice. Why do you even do that white girl segment? Like, that's so weird. That's my white girl voice.
You have one of those.
Did you just hear it?
I'm amazed.
Aren't you amazed?
That was
Because that's
like
not
it
me.
felt like an impression.
Like for real. Like, why do you even do that segment? But I told him, I said, here's the thing. And I said, because sometimes I think it's important that we make sure we all have a voice.
Yes.
And I said, and honestly, I'm like, so ask me a question. They're like, I'm not doing that. Truly. And I was like, why? Explain to me.
So can I just say this real quick?
Yeah.
So I will very much appreciate. I'm gonna wait till Red get out my camera shot.
Yeah. If you
Okay.
fuck my camera up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So I would much more appreciate white people asking these questions versus discussing it amongst themselves.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Educated.
yes.
Get educated about it. If you have it questions.
Yes. Instead of sitting in
Yeah.
a circle and be like, black people this and black
So
people
you're
that.
hearing
like,
this, like-
actually
Yeah.
ask us.
Right.
Be like, you know what?
And
Because
that's how I felt about white people question because I'm in the rooms, I'm in the circles for like
Yeah.
white people this. ask it. That's why we're doing it, because I want to make sure that we just break the stuff down. Because it's
Absolutely.
important. Because like if we're just like talking about it in my white people circles, black people circles, like, we're not breaking down the
Barriers,
communication
yes.
barriers. And that's something that like when we first talked about this, I want to break it down. It doesn't need to be like a behind closed door situation.
Yeah.
Because I think in the end, when you really hear a lot of the answers, there's a lot of things that we all actually just really have in common. And I think that we've realized over last season, if you go back and watch last season, some of it isn't even like really a black and white thing. It's like maybe it's a male and female thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like a human thing. It just
Yeah.
depends.
And some of it has just been like based on just like one experience. Like, for instance, we talked
Yeah.
about raising potato salad. You like, I've never seen that shit before.
Ever in my life.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I have asked my white friends all summer.
Yeah.
None of them.
Yeah. But in the black community, we like, why they do that shit?
One motherfucking white
That's what
person
I'm
ruined
saying,
it
yeah.
for everybody. If you fucking put race in your, I will fight you. We will fight after this. I don't know why you did that, because you made a whole stereotype.
Yeah.
Never in my life. I've had potato salad all summer.
Yes.
Never one fucking raisin.
I've never had white people potato salad. Well, except for like Monets. But like I've never had like homemade white people potato
I'll
salad.
make you some.
Well, that won't be white people potato salad.
Don't put no raisins in
I'm gonna put fucking 25 raisins in just for you.
it. I'm gonna do you like my
Just put it in his
yeah.
portion.
I know, 'cause I don't think it like
Put
that.
it on the other half. I'll put it on ours.
But
Right.
I guess here's the one thing that I do want to throw out there though, is like we are working to break these stereotypes down.
Yes.
One thing that I've noticed after the whole season of doing this with Ask the White Girl is like I've given a lot of answers. Like, for example, we'll use what is your tit just smacked the shit out of that. Like, her boob was like bam, bam.
We're going to edit that out.
She
on
got
audio.
pee.
And my watch is calling me emergency.
If you come back with chili dogs,
Oh God.
get me one.
Well, Nettie's is closed, so
I don't know. Last time we did the pregame, she walked in with like 5 chili dogs. I wanted some. Give me a fucking glizzy covered in chili.
no onions, please. Just mustard.
So, but here's what I actually do want to say about the Ask a White Girl, and this is kind of one of those like as we go on with this segment, I just want to ask people to open up their minds and their hearts, because
Yeah.
I answered the question about raisins and potato salad, and here's what I got a lot of. Yeah, okay, that was you. And then we just make 10,000 jokes about raisins and potato salad. I'm like, literally, I promise you. And when I say I've asked my white friends, I have asked probably like 150 white friends. And they all laugh at me. They're like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, that's not
Right.
even a thing. Like, so when we do these questions, please just accept the fact that we're kind of out there. And so just because you believe something once doesn't mean that you have to keep believing it.
Yeah.
Raisins and potato salad does not exist.
Yes. And we're in a era where we need to unite
Yeah.
and come together.
And
'Cause
it's frustrating.
it's frustrating because
It's-
everything is so
yes.
fucking divided right now. Like
Yes.
we need something to bring.
Like
this
when I
shit
turn
together.
around and say, like, I promise you it's not a white people thing, it's someone's like, okay, raisin potato salad. I'm like, stop it.
Yeah.
Like, I just fucking told you it's not a
The
thing.
thing.
So,
Yes.
with that being said, and I'll wait for Sherry to actually ask my question. But until she comes back, you said you did have a white girl question. I don't remember what the fuck
I
it
don't
was.
remember what the fuck.
Figure one out. Red, you got one?
Um,
And if it has
Oh, I
any-
did have.
if it has anything to do with fucking animals and food, I will fight you because I
That
just
was-
said
That's what my question was.
what was that? We've already answered.
Oh well, never mind. Shit, I don't know.
I can't remember because that was like 4 shots of vodka.
And it was like 2 hours ago.
yeah, I don't remember mine.
We can like literally
you know
never
what? I
Yeah.
will say this.
go ahead.
Why? I just feel like,
Hey, white girl.
hey, white girl, why are white people so touchy feely?
Oh,
Like, I just feel like touchy feely, or it's just like I want to touch your hair, or like even like in close space. It's like that's the fuck.
listen, you just
Especially
went
in
through
the
like
bar.
3.
Huh.
Jesus Christ, that's the fastest peeing ever. You just like pissed. Like that was so fast. Did you guys notice that? Okay, so like you just went through like 2 different things. So number one, let me just say this. If you are white, I'm talking to white people,
Yes.
you are not, and I'm gonna repeat, you are not allowed to fucking touch anybody's hair without their permission.
Hello.
Okay. And
Don't
you
even
know,
ask.
and I say that because
Yeah, like, why do you want to touch it?
well, but you know what?
God, it looks so-
Time out. Let me rewind this.
Yes.
Because let me tell you how many people who are not white who have looked at me and said, "Can I touch your hair?" It's not just a black people, white people thing. Like it's not like a white people touching. Like I've had a lot of people who mostly kids, like, "Can I touch your hair?" Like true story. Like it goes
Yeah.
both ways. Like it's
Yeah.
not just. But here's the thing: we don't touch people's hair without their permission. At my job, we have a hair box. I have a lot of students who are white, black, Latina, Asian, and the fact of the matter is sometimes we just all wake up really late, and it's really hard to get your hair done, really quickly and get to work. And anytime that I have people in my office who say, "Hey, can I use your hair box? What am I supposed to do with my hair?" I recognize and realize very quickly that I am not Black, and I don't want to ever make somebody feel uncomfortable. It's funny because I had a girl at the end of the year last year. I was helping her with her hair, and I said, "Can I touch your hair?" She was like, "I came down here to help get my hair fixed. What do you think is going to happen?" I was like, "No, but for real, do you give me permission? Like, I don't want to just touch your hair for no reason." So if you are white, you are not allowed to touch people's hair.
Yes.
Don't ask. If you have questions, ask the white girl. I'll help you understand what's right and what's not right.
And what's the appropriate way to ask?
And what's the appropriate way to ask? Like, and that's why I say, and if you are in a situation where you are like in a situation where you need to touch somebody's hair, ask.
Yes.
And it's funny because most of the kids are like, why are you even asking? Like, I came down here, I want product, help me. But the fact of the matter is that I recognize very quickly that I'm white, you're not white.
Yes.
And there is a lot of stereotypes around hair and around touching other people's hair.
Yeah.
On the flip side, if you are Black, don't touch my hair without asking.
Absolutely.
Don't pull my hair. Don't talk about, like, ask me. Because I have been in situations where I have been around people who are not white, and I'm not even saying, but just people who are not white. That just says, "Can I touch?" Like touches my hair, and I'm like, "What? Get out of my space." So I think we can all agree this is one of those situations where we're united. Don't touch people.
Yes.
With permission.
Yes.
But as far as white people are so touchy feely, I don't know. I fucking love touching
I just
people.
be like, damn.
Like, let me hug you. Let me like be on you.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't know.
There's a lot of touchy feely shit, and then I feel like too, like,
Is that not a Black thing? Like, I don't understand.
we're not touchy feely.
You don't
I don't
touch
think
people?
so.
No, I don't even like being touched.
Yeah.
Is
If I
it,
don't,
and
I
you
like
think
people
is
that
it like
don't
a Black
believe
people
it.
thing, or is it like a personal thing?
it's a personal thing for me.
But see, I feel like in the Black community, like with us, like when we see somebody, we gonna dap you up. We gonna do the little Black
Okay.
handshake. We keep
Might get a hug, but
Yeah.
as far as
Can I get a
like,
handshake?
we talking about like, dap it up.
But
you know,
like, it's
that's
not like
it.
a.
Yeah, but it's like,
Yeah.
hang tight, because I'm
Yeah.
just like, stop fucking touching me, okay? Say hi, do a little pat on the back, and keep it moving. But all that extra shit, like, and that honestly, I mean, and maybe that's just my experience,
Okay.
but it has always been from white people. And
So,
I just be like, stop doing
I'm
it.
laughing because when I was a teacher in like a classroom,
Yeah.
I used to-
wait, pause, because
Yeah.
is my chair too close? We've been touching since I.
well, that's a camera situation. That's not like a touching situation.
I'm just getting permission here. You have it on camera, right?
I just see it's a camera thing. No, but
It wasn't this close
Hey,
before
but-
I sat back down.
I don't know what happened. You went to the
Yeah,
bathroom and then all of a sudden you're. I don't know.
But
If
see,
you
if
miss
I,
me
if
from
I know you as either a white person or a Black person or any race, it's cool if you come up, you know what I'm saying? Like you just said, give me
Yeah.
dap or whatever. Hey, what's up? How you been?
Like, I know that I can hug
You
you.
feel
Like,
me?
we've had that
But
conversation.
if I don't know you, hey man, it's 6 feet.
So I always laugh because when I was a teacher in a classroom, I taught seniors about to go into the real world. I did a whole lesson on handshakes. And one of my favorite one, I would talk about what not to do. And there's a lot of handshakes that white people do that are fucking weird. And one of them I call is can I do one on you? This is consent. This is how consent works, people.
A little bit.
So this is called the creepy white man handshake. I do.
Oh,
You see that? I have a clip
Hell
in
no.
hand in mind.
No.
And I was like, don't do that.
See, look, as our brother nation, we do this.
Hey, did you see that brother
do
Nathan
that.
shit that I just did?
Okay,
I
Amy.
want to see that
We
shit.
do that. And
That's
we
the
do
clip
it
right
now.
We don't have to clip that right there.
And we do that and we do the snap.
Shit.
I got you. Because
Okay,
but here's the
Amy.
thing:
feel
there's
me?
a lot of creepy ass fucking shit that white people do.
Yeah.
Nobody wants your creepy ass handshake. Nobody
Yeah,
wants one of
I
these.
don't-
Give me one of these. It's
Oh.
like, kiss me hand, baby.
What's the
That's weird.
what's
What
the
is
smack
that?
on the ass?
I'm sorry,
I've
what?
seen that. And
Excuse me.
yeah, I went to a predominantly Caucasian school, and I've seen like
That's just weird white boy shit.
yeah, or like the ball tap shit. Like,
Okay, time
Hold
out.
on, wait.
You
wait
have
a
borderline on
minute.
sexual harassment.
I'm just saying.
Time out. We're rewinding this shit. So, anyways, back to handshakes. Talk
You've
about your
never seen
bullshit
that
over here.
in
I've
football,
never seen
but not
nobody
really
touch
like.
mine.
No.
Okay, if you touch somebody's balls without permission, that's like against the law. So, like,
Yeah.
that's not.
That's
so-
sexual.
Well, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck.
A lot of people I went to high school with should be in jail because they was definitely doing the ball like
Okay, that's
I can see
like
it.
a ball
Okay,
tap.
I can see if you
Black
was
people don't
like
ball tap each
in
other.
No,
basketball,
we don't.
like in basketball.
You're allowed to ball tap somebody.
No, you
Oh,
not
like
ball.
a sport,
3-point.
No, you're not ball tap. There's
like a sport, you'll smack it on the ass, like good game.
Yeah.
But no, I legit like when I was in high school, they had this weird game where they be like ball tap, ball touch, or whatever.
You know what this is? This is not a white.
No.
People, black people think this is a genre thing. Like when you
no,
graduated.
I ain't never had that happen to me.
Okay, well,
See?
He said it like he's trying to see what that be like.
No, he was saying like, don't
he's
you
like,
ever
just
do
tap my balls,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, no, it's a no for me.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
no,
don't touch
okay.
people's body
Yeah.
parts. What
That's how
I'm saying is
Mr.
that,
Sandpaper
going back to your
Man
question,
Yes.
I do
Hell
feel
no.
like there is a lot of weird white people things like the creepy guy handshake, the whole like hold my hand,
Yeah.
hey buddy, that kind of thing. Like just keep your hands to yourself. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like they're like I think white people are a little touchy feely.
Yeah.
If you don't know somebody like that, just don't
Yeah.
ever do that. But maybe that's not a black and white thing. Maybe that's just like a comfort thing,
It could be.
like a consent thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying with ball tapping.
I'm just telling
We
you,
don't touch
I
people's
went to,
body parts.
I went to a predominantly white high school, and they had this thing where it was
No,
like,
you're not wrong.
Yeah,
I
like-
raised white boys. I
yeah,
get
they
this.
like
Like,
ball tap, and I'm like, why are y'all doing that? That's weird.
yes,
Because that shouldn't get you beat the fuck up.
I'm
man.
not looking at my phone. I'm looking at my
Yeah.
question.
So if I haven't consent you to ball tap me, don't do it.
So white boys, get your hands off other boys' balls.
Stop touching balls without consent.
All right. So that was the ask the white girl question. So now I'm gonna kind of update what we're gonna do this season. And this is called Hey White Girl, Ask Your Black Friends.
Okay.
And so here's your question. We're gonna just preview one. This is from Melissa. Melissa's in Toledo. Melissa did not want to go on video.
Hey, Melissa girl.
Hey.
So here's the question. Hey, white girl, ask your black friends, is watermelon and fried chicken really just an offensive stereotype? Or do black people really like watermelon and fried chicken?
Okay. I've never had it together, but
Not together, like just in general.
don't all people like watermelon and chicken?
It's not a
No.
white people thing.
Well, she's like,
Do you like chicken?
I like, okay.
are you saying like, do all black people like
So,
watermelon?
so let me just rephrase the question. I didn't say anything. I'm not Melissa.
No, I'm just
Let
saying that's
me-
what she's asking.
What she's asking is, I think what the question is getting to is like, is it really like kind of like stereotypical and
And is
offensive
it
to say
offensive?
like
It's very
watermelon fried
offensive.
It's very
chicken?
offensive.
But here's
Very
the thing.
That's
What I think
very
what I think Melissa's also saying is you can say it's offensive, but do black people really like fried chicken and watermelon?
So
But that's my question. Doesn't
Hey,
all
nigga,
people
Do
because
you like
don't-
No,
watermelon?
no, it's not a white thing.
white
It's
people
not a
don't
white
eat
people thing.
watermelon at all.
They do, but I'm
but
saying
she's
it's not
asking,
a-
do all black people?
do you like watermelon fried chicken? I think
Actually, all black
Well,
people
that's
do
my
not
whole
like
point.
watermelon.
And they
Not
all
all
don't
white
like fried chicken.
And guess what?
It's a,
Not all white
it's
people
a
like casseroles.
people
That's not
thing,
what we're
not
saying.
just a white. I mean, it's not just a white and black person thing. It's not a black person thing. I feel like all people
Yeah.
eat the same thing.
Well, the stereotype is that most black people like watermelon chicken, which that is not true because I know plenty of black people who don't like watermelon, and I know plenty of people who don't like fried chicken.
Right.
I have had a student in my program who does not like chicken, period.
Right.
Fried, baked, cooked, whatever it is, chicken nuggets. Like she does not like chicken, period. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, it is offensive because it's a stereotype that was put on black people. Like, oh,
Yeah.
black people like watermelon, they like fried chicken, which is not true.
Which in reality, black people, they ate what we were given
Yeah.
to survive.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
So I
it's
guess-
very offensive.
And the
It's
watermelon
stereotypical.
only came from slavery because the watermelon was used as nutrition and energy to keep
Yeah.
going into the fields.
Yeah.
That is the only reason to keep people hydrated. That's the only reason
Right.
why we
So-
get watermelon. But there are a lot of white people, a lot of black people who don't like watermelon.
For
Period.
sure.
Period.
So what I'm hearing,
I can't even tell you the last time I've had watermelon.
and I think I did have a conversation with Melissa when we had this conversation, like when Melissa asked the question. And I think what Melissa was saying is that I'm hearing a lot of black people. Sorry, Melissa, I'm about to throw you out there. I think a lot of
We
yeah,
love you, Melissa.
a lot of black people say that like it's a stereotype thing.
Yes.
But Melissa said I hang out with a lot of black people and they eat chicken and watermelon. So like I guess I
At
think
the
what
same time?
No,
let me finish. I think what Melissa was saying is that like a lot of my people that I'm around that are black get really pissed off when people talk about fried chicken and watermelon. But the fact of the matter is that whenever I'm around black people, they're eating chicken and watermelon. So like, which one is it?
Now I may say we might eat some fried chicken because black people we love fried chicken.
I love chicken.
We love chicken, fried
I
chicken,
love
baked
chicken and I'm
grilled
white.
chicken,
Still
barbecue
love that.
chicken. But all black
That's
people,
my point.
but all black people don't like watermelon.
Right.
I have seen full-fledged debates on
sure.
Facebook where somebody was like, "Oh, watermelon is good with salt or whatever," and then somebody black commented,
That's a
was
white
like,
people thing.
"What salt? I love salt on
Is that a
watermelon."
white people thing?
What?
I always thought that was a white
That's,
people thing.
that's
No.
the best way to eat it.
My grandfather, who was from back in the day when I was growing up, he
Yeah,
always ate
put salt.
salt because it pulls out
Pulls out the sweetness.
the sweetness. Yeah.
Yeah.
But to go back to that, somebody commented on Facebook and was like, the best way to eat watermelons with salt. And somebody commented who was black was like, the best way to eat watermelons is put in the trash. Like it's disgusting, like it's
Yeah.
nasty. So all black people
Yeah.
don't eat
And
watermelon.
so I don't and I think I'm gonna get to the root of it. I don't think the question was, I think it was more like we throw that out there and get pissed off the stereotype, but then again I turn
But,
around
yeah.
and that's
But she's like, I see it all the time.
I see it all the
it's
time.
offensive.
So like you're telling me it's offensive, but like why am I going to places
Yeah.
and it's there?
Well, Melissa, I'm gonna tell you this: it is offensive, and it's offensive because all black people don't eat watermelon, all
Yeah.
black people don't eat chicken, as I gave the examples.
Mhm.
So, but I can understand her point. If I see it all the time, why is it offensive? But
For
it's
sure.
offensive because
What
the
did
peop-
you say
just-
about the watermelon though? I think that's really an important point for people to
Oh,
hear.
so the history of the watermelon is that during slavery,
I was
in
just about to
order
say
in
that.
order to
Okay,
keep
yeah.
the slaves and moving through the fields and picking cotton and keep production up on the cotton, they would feed slaves watermelon in order to stay
Keep them
hydrated
Yeah.
through the hot sun and in the cotton fields. So that's how that whole thing kind of happened when it came to the watermelon.
So
What I would say about it is just because you see a certain amount of people doing that doesn't
Yes.
mean they
It's true.
speak
Yeah.
for the culture.
me and
or
like
for
so like
everybody.
potato salads and raisins.
Yeah.
And so this is one of those situations where I'm gonna
I mean,
accept
but
and hear
that's-
what you're saying,
Yes.
and we're gonna accept the fact that we're not gonna use it as a stereotype, and
Yeah.
we're also not gonna use the potato salad and raisin as a stereotype.
But that's a different genre. Of,
Red, I will fight you. Just stop. And
that's
we
a
will fight
different
right now.
genre, though.
Well,
Watermelon's been, like we said, back in slavery.
For sure.
So
What I'm
instead of
saying is that
y'all just
when
made that shit up.
but when I literally look at you and say it's not a white people thing, I need you to say okay. Just like I'm gonna say okay.
yes.
Chicken and watermelon is not a black people thing,
Yes.
and that's what we're saying. Like, because this is honestly, I love you. This is what frustrates
You know
me.
what is the white thing?
What?
Green bean casserole.
Fuck that shit. That's nasty as
And
shit.
tuna casserole.
Time out.
We
I'm
didn't-
gonna try out.
we didn't make
I
that
love you,
shit
but I'm
back
gonna
in the
try
day.
this shit out.
But
This
it's
is
a-
what I'm
but
saying.
it can be offensive.
It's fucking offensive.
Yeah.
Stop talking about potato salads and raisins. It's not a fucking thing.
Yes.
I'm not going to say that every fucking cookout you go to, there's going to be fried chicken and watermelon.
But,
This is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Potato salad and raisin is not a fucking thing.
Yes.
Stop.
But I think
And,
I-
and Melissa, fucking stop.
yes.
This is where I'm at. Like, literally, you're going to watch me see me go off.
Yeah.
Because this is what I'm saying. Like, we're trying to break this shit down. You're
Yeah.
saying not all black people like chicken and watermelon. I'm telling you right now, I've literally never in my life,
white people.
and never have I ever, like in the 100 people that are white, have I asked about potato salad and raisin. Literally, let me tell you the look I get.
I mean, but you
What the
have
fuck are
black,
you
though.
saying? Red, stop.
You have black.
I
so
think,
you-
but I also think
you
what
up
Red is
there.
trying to say too is that you can't compare the two because watermelon comes from slavery.
I'm not comparing anything.
Yeah, no,
I'm
not
saying
saying
you answered,
Yeah.
and we're done with the question. I'm saying
All right, white
I
girl,
answered,
snap.
we're done with the question. Because here's the thing, and this is where I'm at. Like, I don't know how many times, as a white girl, and I don't mind asking questions. I love it. Please ask me. But can I tell you, if I had a quarter for every time somebody asked me about raisin potato salad, I would be fucking rich. We could all retire.
Hey, well, let's keep
And,
that.
and so what I'm trying, what I'm trying to say is that
Yes.
you've answered, and Melissa, it's not a fucking black people thing. Stop. Don't say it.
And
Don't
white
do it.
people and black people stop
And
saying
black
white
people
people are
fucking
racist.
stop with the goddamn potato salad and raisin. That's nasty as shit. Nobody's eating that shit. You know what happened? Somebody probably got money on some fucking cooking show where they gave him money and said, "Hey, put some raisins in there."
On the Food Network.
On the Food Network, fucking Rachel Ray. I love you. Love you, Rachel Ray.
Yeah, we can't.
Rachel Ray was like, "Put some raisins in that." It's not a thing.
Hey, but then you gotta also think most people are going vegan now.
Huh?
You know what's
Most
vegan?
most
Potato
people are
salad and
going
raisins.
vegan.
Yeah,
You know what else is vegan? Watermelon. You a whole menu.
Yes.
What I think we're saying is that we're talking about the ask the white girl, and ask, you know, and hey, white girl, ask your black friends. We're answering you, and we just need to drop it.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
We're
hey,
breaking
Melissa.
cultural
It's all
barriers.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
And that's why we love Mud Talk because we have these tough conversations. It's informative, it's educational, and we're not afraid to talk about it.
So if you look at me and you're like, "Hey, white girl, do you season your food?" I will tell you to fuck off.
Yes.
Hey, white girl, why do you like raising your food?
I had
will
to
tell you
give
to
Amy
fuck off.
2 snaps in a circle because She was like, "That's it." I was like, "Oh, okay."
You got
She's a
She
little.
got a little gangster.
But here's the thing. Because we've asked a lot of people
I want a
questions.
gangster bitch.
How many times have I had to tell people? But truly, you and I have been together a lot.
Yes, yes.
How many times have I had to tell people like,
That's like their
"Hey,
favorite question.
we've
to
already
answer.
answered the season question like 100 times. Hey, we've already answered the raisin potato salad. Like, go back and watch."
Or we've asked, or they asked about the seasoning and food and all that stuff.
So white people,
Yeah.
don't ask about fucking watermelon and chicken. You heard your answer.
There we go. Ooh, do you got another question? That was kind of fun.
You just want
Look
me to-
at her.
You just want me to fight? I got some serious ones. Like I can give you.
Yeah, we got a few more minutes before we got to.
All right, let me see.
We on 2 hours now, y'all.
Okay. Oh, this is like real. How serious do you want me to be?
Is this gonna be like where I need to not take another sip of my drink?
I don't know. If you're drinking Gatorade and fucking tequila, I don't know.
Just go ahead and rip off the band-aid.
Business.
All right. So this is like real serious, and this
Okay.
came, and I can tell you that the person didn't want to tell me their name
It's anonymous.
for sure.
Okay.
Like super nervous to tell me about this.
Okay.
And I will preface this before I ask you the question. This came from watching a couple of TikToks made by Black men and women
Okay.
talking about this topic, who were actually agreeing with the whole. I don't even know how to describe it. It came from the question came from them watching TikTok, and
Mhm.
there was some people who were Black that were talking about this topic in a way that I think a lot of people who I know that are my Black friends might. So
Okay.
this is where this came from.
All
And
right,
this
let's
is not
get
me. This
All
is
right.
anonymous.
All right,
Let's get
y'all.
into it.
And I'm saying that because that you come at me, I will fight you.
Yes. Let's just say this again. This is not a question that Miss Amy.
This is from people, and
Yes.
and this person was so afraid to ask the question they would not give me let me use their name.
They live in Toledo.
I was drunk.
She don't. Remember.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, white girl, ask your Black friends. So I saw Black people online talking about Black privilege. Do you think there's such a thing as Black privilege? If so, what are some examples? And I can elaborate, but I'm gonna let you answer.
Okay, I'll go first, and don't quote me on this, but I say a lot of people tend to think Black privilege is using the N word, where I feel like, and this is my opinion, not the views of Mud Talk.
We all
and
any of these
NC.
are not.
This is
We
my
put that
personal
disclaimer
opinion. Yes, put that disclaimer out. I feel like the word is inappropriate all the way around the board, because if you don't want anybody else using it, why use it yourself? Why are you putting that energy back out in the atmosphere and you don't want it to come back around? So when you say Black privilege, some Black people feel like, oh, Black people can say that, but and really they don't know the history behind that word and how it was put onto our ancestors. And I feel like the word itself should be X'd out of the vocabulary, period. Like that's
Like,
not
don't
Black
use that.
privilege. Like
Like don't use that.
you're exploiting ignorance.
Yeah.
But I will say that actually, what this question didn't have anything to do with the N word. It's had a lot to do with other.
No, that was
But
like
that's
one
your
of
thing,
my
like
what
stop using
some
it.
people think is Black privilege. It's not. Like you're
Right.
really only putting yourself in that same category with the ignorant.
So I think we can. This is one of those situations where we can agree culturally. Hey, white people, don't say it.
Black people don't say it.
Exactly.
We have just agreed. It's
Yeah.
not okay.
Yeah. Oh,
What do
you
you
waiting for me? I don't think Black people have Black privilege. Me as a Black man, I have never experienced Black privilege in my 34 years of living, because the system that we have in our country was not made for Black people to advance in any kind of way.
Not at all.
I know for a fact that a white person will be scot-free from going to jail before I will. I know that a Black person will be denied for a home loan before a white person. I know for a fact that a white person will get a job way before me. They would discriminate me just off the simple fact that my legal name is Tyrone.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't believe there is Black privilege by any means necessary, because I don't believe that our country has the system set up for Black people to advance. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there are way too many organizations such as the NAACP and Black Lives Matter that have to consistently fight every single day in order just for Black people to be on the same level. Every day I have to work twice as hard just to prove that I'm on the same level as
Woo.
Blake and
Josh.
Josh and, oh, no offense, well,
His name's definitely not Josh.
My bad. It's same as Blake and
People who are white.
People-
let's not even
yeah.
classify with names.
But names,
People
yeah,
who
you
are
get what
white,
I'm saying. But people who are white in
who have
general,
names that don't sound like they might not.
who are
be
not
from
urban or
a white
ethnic.
community.
Right.
Yeah.
who are not
And,
urban
and
or
I
ethnic.
definitely feel like
Because
this
honestly-
country was built on the backs of Black people,
Yeah.
but we're not made for Black people to even thrive in it. Like
Not
you
at all.
were
It's
saying.
the
Yeah.
simple. It's the simple fact that we, as Black people, we had to create our own educational institutions, such as historical Black colleges and universities, just for us to be even go to college. Because
Yeah.
the predominantly white colleges were like, we're not accepting
We
you,
can't with
or hey, we're Black. It was even illegal for us to even go to school.
Right.
So
Yes.
therefore, I don't feel like I have Black
They
privilege.
didn't even want
period.
us to read.
Yeah.
Like our ancestors
Yeah.
literally got beat if they knew how to
Right.
read or
And
even
we're- and
tried to
talk about
read or
education.
pretend to read
Mhm.
anything. The only thing that was allowed was reading the Bible.
Yes, there.
And that's its own entity. We're not even
Yeah,
going to go
That's a whole
into.
different subject.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and we can even say within the police force, there are police officers or police forces that literally go to urban communities just to arrest people of color. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact that TPD would sit in the urban community or urban city or in the city before they go way out anywhere else. Why? Because not saying TPD will, but they have.
We love TPD.
We love PTD by all
Rewind
means.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
love
it's
TPD
not
by all
even
means.
white. It is not even white cops.
Any
It's
Any
it's-
cop.
that
it's
entity.
The
any
entity,
cop.
the entity
Yeah.
in
The
general.
entity of
Yeah.
cops.
But I know, for instance, I'm gonna give you an example because me and my friend, we recently had this conversation. Who's white, and so he lives not even in Toledo. He lives all the way out, and so him and I had to have a conversation because one day I left early from his house, and he asked me why I was leaving. I said because let me tell you something. I have a likely chance of being pulled over
Yeah.
more than you. He was like, well, I always drive out to your area late night. I said, but you won't get pulled over. You have a less likely chance than I will.
Well,
I said, because me,
Yeah.
I have to drive through Northwood. I have to
Right.
drive through Oregon. I have to drive through
all
these
these
cities
cities. that were- yeah.
just before I get to
Just to get to the
Toledo.
house.
Meanwhile, you can just cruise and do whatever and you'll be perfectly fine.
And that was, remember the early last season, go back to season 2, we
Yes.
talked about this when I got pulled over, and I recognized right away that it was very, and not that this is not anything to be proud, just is what it is.
Yes.
I got pulled over for the same spot that one of my friends who was not white got pulled over in, and I was told to let go. I'm sure you're not doing anything wrong.
Exactly.
And my friend who was not white got the entire car searched and top to bottom. Now, my car didn't get searched. Had my car got searched and their car got searched equally, I probably honestly, not that I had anything illegal, but like there would have been some questions versus
Yeah.
like my friend's car who was not white was like clean
Yes.
from top to bottom.
Yeah.
And so like that's an example of
Yeah.
kind of what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, and then there's also too of the fact that I don't believe we have Black privilege because there had to be laws put in place just for us to advance. For instance, affirmative action.
Right.
Why did people in legislature have to create laws such as affirmative action just for people to be able to get a job and go to college? And
Even
do
with
whatever?
housing.
You know what I'm saying? Even with housing.
Yes.
So they had to create these laws just so we can advance.
Yeah.
So privilege means to constantly be ahead without having laws created. We had to have laws.
We have
created.
to fight for equality. Like
Right.
And that's
every
what I'm about to
step of the
say.
way.
Here's the
Yes.
thing: privilege means that you get ahead. We had to have laws created just for us to be on the same playing
Same
field. We're not
playing
even ahead.
And when you say playing,
Yeah.
not even the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like to be
On the
almost-
same level, to even
on the
be
same level,
close,
to be
yeah.
close to where you're going.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this. So like so Anonymous
Yes.
and I had a conversation about this. I know what they were referring to. I know what video they were talking to.
Mhm.
And so what basically where the question came from was they were talking a lot about how Black privilege to them came, like the question came from the person on the online, not even maybe we know.
Yeah.
Basically came from the fact that the person was saying like, trying to think of like, I wasn't like the person. So basically what ended up what ended up happening was the person was basically saying like, oh, there was an event that happened where they were witnessing a situation where somebody literally said, it was kind of like what we talked about earlier, where I'm going to basically say, don't open your mouth because if you say that, you're racist to a white person who automatically said, like, I can't open my mouth and say anything because if I do, I'm going to look racist. I'm going to be canceled. People aren't going to talk to me anymore. And so I don't remember what the exact situation. That was the video they watched. The person was basically saying, like, is that black privilege? Where somebody looks and says, I can get away with whatever I want because I can look at you and be like, you're racist, don't talk like that.
Yeah.
That's where the video came from. So is that black privilege or is that like a totally different situation?
I feel like that's a different situation.
Different situation.
I feel like that's a totally different situation.
Privilege isn't the right term.
Yeah, privilege wasn't the right term.
Okay.
It's not
Yeah.
privilege.
So
We
what's-
don't have privilege?
For real. So when we talk about privilege, what we're saying is that is here's a playing field, and just simply, and we talked about this before. It's not just about race.
To me, it sounds
Oh,
like
yeah.
whoever it was got offended because somebody demanded respect, and that's another thing when it comes to black people and white people. Those lines tend to be crossed into what's looked at as, me fighting for my respect versus, oh, I'm entitled to.
And this was
be
not
able
a
to
video,
pull
this
this
was a video
card.
made by somebody who was black, not white.
Right.
They were
That's
basically
what I'm saying.
saying. Like, I don't understand why people are getting mad because it wasn't a white.
Right.
I want to clear that up.
That's my whole point.
Okay.
It sounds like somebody was fighting for their respect,
Yeah.
and somebody got offended because, and that's black privilege, and it's not. It's two different situations as to where you're on this level,
Yeah.
and I have to fight to
get
just
there.
be there,
Yes.
and that's me fighting for my respect,
Uh-huh.
whether it's self-respect, physical respect, like whatever I have to fight for just to be on that equal playing field.
Yeah.
And somebody got offended along the way to where, oh, well, you're not allowed to do that. Like, or you're being, you're pulling this card trying to do that when in
Right.
reality is I'm fighting for my respect where you don't have to, and you've never experienced what I've experienced in life.
They feel
And-
like they have the ultimate respect because of just of their nationality or race, because they feel like they're above us, at times. Not saying all people, but it tends to happen like that,
Like, I don't know the gist of the video, but it seems like their Fifth Amendment, like, or whatever it is of I'm entitled to say what I want to say,
Yeah.
got revoked because no, you're not gonna sit here and disrespect
Right.
me. And no, and it's not just because I'm black, it's because I'm human.
Yes.
And so
That's the important thing I think to think
Yeah.
about. We've talked about privilege when we talked about and asked a white girl question about privilege. And I even said it's not just about white, black. You guys have more privilege than we have because you're male.
Yes.
And you know what? We're all, I would assume, pretty much
Yeah.
able-bodied in this room. And there are people who are not able-bodied that
Yes.
don't have the same privilege that we have because all of our limbs.
because
can
at
function.
one point women weren't even allowed to vote before men were.
Well, up until the 50s, that women were and children were considered property of men.
Absolutely. Yes.
Like the rule of thumb. I always tell kids, like when I talk about this with history, the rule of thumb. You ever heard like, hey, the rule of thumb is don't use that because that basically means that you can beat your women and children with anything that's no bigger than your thumb.
Yeah.
That's like because of your
Yeah.
property.
I mean, there were certain jobs that
What'd you
women-
say shit like that for? You're like shit.
Got my ass
Shit.
whooped
Like,
by shit.
but you're not.
Hey,
voting or
I'm
something.
literally sitting here thinking, what's not bigger than your thumb that you can
I
hit
got
somebody
some-
with?
I got my
ruler.
ass whooped by some
A
shit.
car.
Stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, but there were certain jobs that women couldn't even have because
Yeah.
because women were women. So it's like they were
Right.
thought to be secretaries and teachers.
Like they couldn't work in sanitation.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
couldn't work in
factories
Yeah,
or
they
even
couldn't
going
work
to the
politics.
military. Yeah, politics. Yeah.
At one
Even
point.
this, it kills me. I work in a school building. Hey, I need to find a few good boys who can come help me lift things out of their car.
Yeah.
Bitch, I will fucking lift shit more than half these boys. I
I'd
already
lift
thought that.
your ass.
Oh, But like I think a lot of times when we think about privilege, we have to remember it's not just a black and white
Yes.
thing.
It's
Right.
Trust me, there are privileges that people have based on race and religion,
sex.
but there's also gender and there's also
Yes.
disability and ability.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think the problem is that we make it a very black and white thing. When
Even
in
sexual
reality,
orientation.
sexual orientation, like in reality, privilege goes to any of those classes of.
Because that ties back into our earlier conversation about the roles of responsibility.
Yes.
Men felt privileged because they were the breadwinners.
Yes.
So then
Yeah.
they would treat their women and children
Yeah.
any type of way or however they
I
see
make the money
fit.
here. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that.
So
Yeah.
I make the money so I can beat on you, cheat on you, and do this, that, and the third, and you can't do a damn
Right.
thing about it because who's gonna listen to you, and you can't make
and you're
your
not
own
going
money.
anywhere because I have the money.
Exactly.
So what are you
And
gonna do?
nowadays it's actually vice versa because it's females that's making the money, taking care of the kids, and then
I don't care how much money a female
you say
making. They're
that,
not
but
beating
still,
on
but when you- but
It's
time
still
out,
going
time out.
through that
Yeah.
same
But when you,
situation,
when you
though.
look
Exactly.
at right,
like a lot of times these days things are reversed, but and I would still say I don't know too many females that's
didn't want to do
gonna
that.
feel like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna beat on a man.
but when
Like,
you look at
Because at the end of the
Saying
day,
that part, I'm
men
just
are
saying
no,
that-
and I'm just saying that's like one thought that in enlightenment of what I was just saying, that's just one thought because at the end of the day, no matter how many rules, laws, or anything are put in place, men are still stronger than women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was more so
and have more
men
privilege.
beat
Yeah.
on women.
But it's also to the point, like, Red said, he was like, well, women are making the money, being the breadwinner, but think about how long it took for them to
Right.
get to
But when
that.
you say,
Yeah.
You know
but
what
when
I'm
you
saying?
say making the bread money and making the money,
Yeah.
let's be real. Statistically,
Men
women still
make
make less money than men
yes.
do in an equal
Yes.
job.
But the thing is that, and I'm agreeing. The thing is
Mhm.
that now women have multiple streams of income. They're
Right.
not just depending on going to a job or whatever. Like, you know what? I don't need this man money.
Yeah.
I can do this. I can do this. I
But
can
in
do that.
reality,
but no, yeah, I get what you
Put
say.
the,
Yeah,
right, put the strings of income together.
yes,
You're gonna make more money if we have the same string of
because a
income.
man can
You're
get
making more than me than I am.
yes. And
Period.
here's the thing: and a man can get one good job and make more money than a woman
For
who
sure.
got 4 or 5. I got one good job, but then you got to have 4 or 5 different hustles to even
Right.
get close to my.
There will
one.
never at this stage. There's that. So that right there to help people under our audience.
That's privilege.
That's privilege.
Yes.
And so I want you to hear the word. This is white girl. I want people who are to hear the word privilege and realize it's not just a race thing.
It's not at all.
It's in everything. It's in any time that you're a group. You are in a group that is not the minority, the majority.
Yes. It's
You are
privilege.
experiencing privilege.
Absolutely.
And there are a lot, like I said, there's a lot of things that I reckon based on race that I have privilege that you guys might not.
Yeah.
But based on the fact that you're a male, you have privilege that we don't.
Mm-hmm.
And based on the fact that we're all able-bodied for the most part here,
Yeah.
that don't have the people are not able-bodied or whatever the case might be. So in the end, like privilege means that like that we're not all in the same equal playing
Yeah.
field.
It's not just black or white. It's
Right.
definitely, like you said, if you are the majority over the minority, it's privilege.
So with that being said, to answer the question from Anonymous, when you look at the definition of privilege, there is no way for somebody who is black to have
Yeah,
privilege
privilege,
over
not at
somebody
all.
who is white.
Yeah. No.
Just like there's no
Yeah,
way at
there's
this
no-
stage. Doesn't mean
yeah.
it can't change.
Yeah.
But right now, there's no way for us to have privilege over men,
Man, yes. And there's no
or
way for-
able-bodied or
yeah.
sexual orientation or whatever it might be.
Yeah. In my 34 years of living, I've never experienced having black privilege. If anything, I just feel like I've constantly had to work, like I said, twice as hard.
Yeah.
There are laws put in place for us to even get close to be on the same level. And, and that's why things such as like HBCUs had to be created.
For
That's
sure.
why housing, the Affordable Housing Act and stuff like that had to be created. That's why affirmative action had to be created just for us to even get on the close to touching the prize. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So for me, I've never felt that black people, have privilege, and that's just me.
And
But I would-
someone demanding respect is not privilege.
Yes. But I would be interested to see this video though, just so I can have more context.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'll show you that.
I as well,
I
yeah.
got you. But when I say video, there's a whole series of a couple of different people.
Show me why I'm sober.
I will. Not
We're
that.
more-
He's not on vodka. He's not going to yell at me.
I'm not drinking vodka ever.
I will. He is cut off from vodka forever and
yes,
always.
We'll most definitely check that out.
Yeah.
Are you on the phone?
No, he's
He's
talking.
in his headphones.
Look. The way he's holding it right now, is it not okay? He's on the phone. He's got like a vape here. And he's got headphones. And he's
Yeah.
over here. I'm like, who are you talking
Yeah.
to?
So we got a couple things before we wrap this up. So
Yeah.
first of all, let's talk about these sponsorships because we
Yeah.
got season 3 coming up.
Yes.
So,
sir.
Sponsorships. Let's talk about it. We
Let's do
got a lot of fucking sponsorship packages.
There's like literally for anybody.
Anybody. And I'm going to reiterate, I don't think y'all understand. We have over 11,000 viewers who watch our YouTube channel, whether it's the Mud Talk show, whether it's Mud Talk exclusives, whether it's the shorts, the reels, whether it's past episodes. We have
They don't go away.
They don't go away. Like it keeps
Yeah.
going up. So 11,100, what did I say, 47, 48 viewers or
I think
whatever.
it was 68, but I'm
Oh,
I've
68,
been
something
drinking
like that.
vodka,
Yeah.
so-
It's over 11,000. That's all I need to know. But like we've been saying and we've kept saying, it stays out there forever. It does not go away. And how many times have we been putting clips over at Groom Barber. Shout out to Groom Barbershop.
Yeah.
How many times have we shown Ask the White Girl questions from Groom Barbershop?
Yeah.
People are like, "Oh, that was that groom, huh?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, that was that groom."
Yeah.
Like literally. And we've talked to Groom. We're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Yeah." We've had a couple people like who saw the video, like
One of our
came in.
sponsorships is I will come to
Yeah.
White Girl will come to your business. I will walk around. We will ask White Girl questions if it's appropriate.
Yes.
If it's not, and it's not just to me.
If
I'm not
it's
saying I roll up
inappropriate
to a
when it's
business
like that,
like a host are coming with me.
Yes.
You know, like it's not just to be
Even
like,
if you
hey,
want
hi,
all of
White
the
Girl's
Mud
here.
Talk- Yeah, even if you want all of the Mud Talk crew to come out and highlight your
absolutely.
business, we're down
That's
for that
another
as
one.
well.
That's another
Yes.
package. Like we can come out to your business. We can host something.
Yes.
You know, we can you can literally just be like, hey, here's my ad. Like, I want Red to read it because his voice is sexy as shit. Like, we won't say that online, but like
Yeah.
that's another package. It's
Yeah.
cheap. Like
Yes.
if I had a business, it's $15 a week.
It's so crazy that you said that because I was talking to Lexi over the summer and we were just talking about how people need to get outside of just using Facebook to market
Yes.
their business.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
why? And I say this because I love Toledo and I love our city, but we have to get out of thinking just local. People are always like, well, Toledo don't support, Toledo don't support. Stop thinking about just Toledo. Like, think about, you know what? Toledo may have supported this, or may not have supported this, but what about the people who are outside of the city?
Right.
Stop just being on Facebook.
If you're selling shit,
Right.
people in
Right.
Toledo need it, but also people all over need it.
all over these.
Put
Like-
your business on
Yes.
TikTok and exploit
Look,
like
I've been off of TikTok.
that.
I've been off of Facebook for 2 months.
Did you just say
and I-
face tick?
He was about to say Facebook, but it was Facebook or
I've been
something.
off of Facebook for 2 months and I loved it.
Yes.
I've been on TikTok and Instagram.
So what are you gonna do when somebody
And
like this is
promoting-
off Facebook?
promoting everything?
Other platforms.
Yeah.
Other platforms, man, because you cannot now. I guess you cannot get paid off of Facebook now.
You can't. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I think we talked about.
So-
I went viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how much money you make. For every 1,000 views you have in the first week of a video, make 10 cents.
I went viral on Facebook and the most I've made is 25.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me
Yeah.
tell you, but let me just rewind this from like a sponsorship point of view. We just had a conversation about how there was a situation where I was recognized outside of here. And someone's like,
Yes.
oh my God, I've seen your podcast. I walk around and people are like, how do I know you? I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, you're on Mud Talk. Like people are seeing it and it's a different platform, 11,000 people.
Yes.
Whereas like when you have people taking a break to face, everybody's marketing on Facebook.
Absolutely.
Everybody's marketing on TikTok, and you should. I'm not saying you
You
shouldn't.
should, but what are you
guess
doing different
Part
from
of
the
our
next person?
part of our packages when you decide that you want to go ahead and like sponsorship with us, Facebook, the week before and the week after, depending on the package, Instagram, you're getting your marketing face like social media wise,
Yes.
but you're also getting it on the podcast. We're gonna give there's videos,
And
that
we're
you can
on
share.
so many
I was about to say,
platforms outside
yeah.
of Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We're on YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Sirius XM Radio,
Like we're gonna put up on all of
iHeartRadio,
it.
like
where people listen.
yes.
It's like
Our minimum package.
So even
set-
just getting your name out there
yes,
is worth the payment. $15
yeah.
for you to
A
mention
week.
my name once. I'm gonna make that back. With
And
the
it's not even
customers.
once. Let me just. It's not even
Yeah,
once.
but
It's on the
that's my whole
podcast,
point. Like
and it's on every one of our platforms.
exactly. So if you think about that, if if you're making that 15 right back for mentioning it once, imagine how much you're gonna make
I mean,
from
so-
us
yeah.
getting it to 11,000 viewers.
And let me just
Like,
be real. This is not
that's
us passing
crazy.
the offering tray around.
Yeah,
We're not
no,
trying
no.
to. This is like
Those people know people that know people that know people.
and I just
So,
want to say
If you don't
this.
invest in yourself,
Who's gonna invest?
Who's gonna
then who's gonna support?
And I just want to say this. We started this platform. Yeah, we started on Facebook, but once we got outside of just Facebook, it jumped up like crazy.
Yeah.
So if we would have just kept promoting on Facebook, we would have never
Never.
gotten to 11,000 viewers. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
That's because we're on, like we
Crazy.
said, TikTok, we're on YouTube, we're on Sirius XM Radio, we're on
Spotify.
Pandora, Spotify, all this stuff. But we had to learn how to market outside of just Facebook and start doing other shit.
Yeah.
And so, all my people who are watching, if you have a business, I love the fact that y'all go hard. Y'all like share this, do this on Facebook. But there are other fucking platforms to fucking promote your shit.
And not only
outside.
that, like let me just tell you personally, it's just kind of like I tell people, like when I have like I work in a school, when I have students, like once you're my student, you're my work kid forever.
Yes.
When you're my sponsor, when someone says, hey, I need a cleaning company, I need a roofing company, I need somebody that sells skincare, if you're my people, if you're sponsored with us, guess what? Hey, I got somebody for you.
Yes.
Yes.
They're on Mud Talk. I promise you. Like, I met them. They're cool people. Like, here's your cleaning company.
I literally
Here's your
just
roofing
did
company.
that. Inbox somebody, the cleaning company we had on earlier
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
season 2. Go back and watch it. And they went to those people and got their
Yeah.
service done. So
Absolutely.
Listen, I've shared, like, whenever I've had a few situations where people have asked for those services that we've had on the. I'm like, hey, call them right now. Here's the email. Here's the Facebook
Yes.
page. Because once you're like my person, I'm
You're
gonna
my person.
market that.
Yeah.
And that's just me personally. That is me committing to you. If you have a business and you come and sponsor us, you're my people.
Yeah.
And so anytime,
Oh, yeah.
and all the white people are going to come to you.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm going to get those white people to you.
Listen,
Most definitely.
yeah,
Most
I just want people to learn how to promote their business outside of Facebook. And this is not us, like you said, passing the
Mhm.
tithes and offering around. Like, please come. This
Yeah.
is us legit.
We're doing
trying
this
to
whether
help you out.
like we're doing this. We've
Yeah.
been doing this for 3 seasons.
We've been doing this for 3
But
seasons.
what we want to do is we want to support the business.
Yes.
We want to have people.
And the thing
Right.
is, like, people come out to us like, oh, I've heard that Mud Talk
Yeah.
podcast. Like, oh my God.
Also,
listen to
hey,
the
do you know
show.
anybody that's got a realtor? Or do you know anybody that's got like because like we're
Yeah.
out there.
We're
And so I'm
out
like, hey, I got you. A friend of mine was one of our sponsors
Yeah.
last season. And that friend said, like, yeah, people said, like, hey, I got you.
Yeah, because and that's the thing, when they donated all those services, we consistently played that commercial
All season.
all season long
All
because they
season.
donated.
Even though that's not what our sponsorship package said, we got you.
Yeah,
You're
but
our
we got
people.
you. We looked out for you. So
Right.
all we're saying is invest into yourself, man. $15 can turn into $1,500 or shit.
Yeah.
15 times 11,000 is hell. That's a whole lot of
Isn't
fucking
that like our
money.
season,
lot
like
of money
1,500,
right there,
right?
right?
And speaking of
Yeah.
realtors, shout out to Rob Pascar. We had him on season 1.
Yes.
Again, go back and watch. Like, Mud Talk is here for all your networking needs. We're here while you grind and shine. Like,
Yeah.
anything you need, you can get it right here from Mud
Absolutely.
Talk.
And we just want to
Yes,
help
yes.
people who
Yeah.
are grinding and shining. Like, we
Because
Yeah.
this is our community.
And
This is our
and
community.
also, I'm sorry to cut y'all off. Also, shout out to my
Reggie
niece.
said, fuck you. Listen to me.
You know, shout out to
This
my
better be,
niece.
this better be a
Naomi-
sponsorship.
Naomi Crumbs.
This better be a sponsorship.
This is a sponsorship. Naomi
Did they pay?
Crumbs.
Naomi, you better give me some money or you
Did,
better
did,
stop
did
right
Naomi
Yeah.
pay?
Naomi Crumbs.
now.
Hair growth and treatment. She's out of Flint, Michigan.
No.
Michigan.
Hey, Red. Hey,
Moving
hit her
my
up.
mic.
you need some hair? She
Yeah.
got you.
And another thing I
it's
just
a-
want to
it's a
say,
hair
like,
product. It's
Yeah.
a hair product
You
that
need some
she.
hair growth. You need
Yeah,
some hair.
if
She
you need
got
some
you.
hair growth, would you stop? She is a sponsor. She
Did
she
she
has
pay?
her own business and everything.
Did she pay?
she's sponsoring who and
She
what.
will pay.
Well, I ain't seen the Cash App come through. So
Right. No, we love.
Hey,
we
girl,
love
we
our
love you.
businesses.
I'm just
Nah.
trying to shout her out.
we
We're
appreciate.
excited.
Yeah, we'll wait till the shout out segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talking about sponsorship and she ain't paid. So
But for real,
And I
just
and I
shouting
would
her
just
out,
say
though.
too, like,
Just
even
shouting
if
her out, though.
even if you may not see a turn in the beginning, you never know. Like, down the line, somebody might rewatch it and go,
it's a season.
"Hey,
Yeah.
I need that." So yes, you're planting the seed for your business to grow.
Well,
Exactly.
we were just talking earlier how we had, like, you just said that, like, we had an episode we did in June, and
Yeah.
like it blew up in August for like out of nowhere.
yeah, it really did.
Like, it's
Yeah.
one of those things, like, sometimes you don't see it right away. And
Like
things happen.
everything will prosper after
Yeah.
everything
Yeah,
that we
eventually
say.
it will.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
everything that we're saying right now, I promise you, just trust
Mhm.
the process.
Absolutely.
Just trust the process.
So if they want to sponsor, what do we do?
So if they want to sponsor, they can reach out to Mud Talk on Facebook at Mud Talk
Mud Talk.
on Facebook, or they can email
What's TikTok?
TikTok Mud
You
Talk
can message on
419.
there.
Yep, you can message
Instagram
on TikTok,
at
Instagram.
Mud Talk 419.
Absolutely. Or they can hit us at the email, which is
Mudtalk@gmail.com. Mudtalk419@gmail.com. You can
Already.
always call or text us at 419-827-TALK.
yes.
Comment. Literally, somebody will reach out to you. Like,
Yeah.
Literally.
And-
Our inbox is open, DMs.
Mhm.
All that shit. Absolutely.
So
And I
we need
mean,
some battle of the sexist questions, whatever you want to talk
yes,
about.
Battle of the Sexist question.
Call me personally. My number is 419-827-TALK.
I love that. But for real though, like, we want to help
Get that
because
straight talk.
nothing makes me happier than when I
Mud
hear
Talk.
Yes.
that we've been able to have somebody like increase their business and like
Yeah.
we're all here just trying to survive.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to help you.
We
Like,
just
let
want
us help you.
to help people. We can't help people who not trying to help themselves.
And quite honestly,
Let us help you.
and when you help
me.
Help
help
us help you.
But
Yes,
when you
definitely.
help you with what you let us help you, then we can actually reach so many more people too.
Absolutely.
And with that being said, we also have some merch. We talked about that.
Yes, we got some merch.
Yeah.
The link is on our Facebook page, on Mud Talk,
Which is
Facebook
going to
page.
change because we are going to have a new logo coming soon.
Yes, we are very excited about that. So yeah, we are. So we're gonna be switching new logos.
So listen, get your old school merch so you can be like, dude, I knew them back in like season 1 and 2.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
I'm an OG.
Yes.
I'm an OG Mud Talk.
Yes. So we're working with Phil Dunston, who is out of Toledo.
Shout out to Phil.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Phil. He graduated from Central State University.
Where's
So
that?
it's in Dayton. It's a HBCU. Well, it's close to Dayton. It's like a little bit before.
Is it in the cornfield?
Yeah, it is. It's right across the street from Wilberforce. So it's like
From what?
Wilberforce University, which is another HBCU.
Wilberforce.
So
I need to go on some HBCU.
you sure do.
White
So
girl visits an HBCU.
yes. So
Yes,
Wilberforce
exactly.
University was the first HBCU ever created in the state of Ohio.
See, this is the things I need to know.
Yes. And Central State University is directly across the street
Okay.
from it. So there
So
are
he graduated from Central State.
yes, there's
Okay.
two HBCUs in Ohio. So he graduated from Central State University.
And they're both in Dayton.
It's like right, it's in Xenia, Ohio.
It's
So it's
kind of
like,
crazy. Like they're like all right there.
yeah, it's literally right across the street.
Yeah.
So we've been working with him since about July over the summer. And it's like a whole process. It wasn't like a like, hey, I want to, what's this logo? And you just gonna do it for us.
Yeah.
Like he legit, like it was like a consultation. Like,
Like
yes.
Red our vibe.
Yeah, so I had to sit
Mhm.
down and like answer these questions, and he was like, "What do you want? What's the vibe? What's your mood? What you're looking for? Whatever." And we sat down, and he created like this different mood board for us or whatever. What the hell is going on?
Nothing. Shh,
Oh,
keep
okay.
talking.
Uh,
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
um,
We're just having a moment.
so
I just want some more drinks.
Again,
Yeah.
y'all been having too many moments tonight.
shout out to
Zip
Phil.
it.
Yeah, but shout out to Phil. He's
They
been working.
still claiming that bottle.
Oh God. But no, Phil's been working with us on a new logo that's going to be coming for season 3. But
Shout out to Phil.
Shout
Yeah,
out
to
thank
Phil.
you so
Yeah.
much.
And honestly, just to be able to like read our vibe and like be able to tell what we want.
yeah, so the vibe that we were kind of like going for when we're talking was he was able to fill us out and watch the show, whatever. And he was like, I really like that you guys are informative, entertaining, but also real.
Real.
And so with that, he also wanted to include different things that not only capture Toledo, but it also can be universal. So if somebody who's not in Toledo,
Because we're local, we're
Yeah,
global,
we're global.
we're national.
yes, so somebody who's not from Toledo wouldn't even know that that's Toledo. They would just think it's just a universal thing.
Gotcha.
And so he's been working extremely hard with that. And so I'm super proud of him. So I told him I would shout him out. So shout out to him. He's also a part of Omega Phi Psi Fraternity Incorporated. So he's a Q. But yeah,
Wait.
No.
The
Omega.
Q. Shh.
don't do
Q.
that.
Our,
Damn it,
Q is like the dogs.
yes.
Look at me, knowing shit.
Look
see
at
that?
you. Yeah,
You see that?
You knew a little
Shit,
something.
they gonna beat me up.
Boy,
Damn, my
don't
bad.
I've
Yeah,
actually
I was
never
just trying
seen
to
a step
support.
show, and I would love to go to one.
Yeah, you
I
would.
love step shows.
Yes.
I've never been to
Really?
one. Like never.
Get this girl to us. White girl and Miss Sharon A visit a step show.
So
What's
UT
that?
used to have one every year, like right
Oh,
before
and
the
homecoming
kids.
weekend. I want to go to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
September
We need to
30th.
go to Central State.
Yes, I
Do
love
they
it.
have step shows, I would assume. Like,
They
right?
do. They have one at their homecoming in October.
Okay.
So, but UT normally has one like
Phil,
right,
get us in.
right before the kids come back to college. It's like outside, but they haven't been doing it
Wait,
since
college
like.
already started.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But they haven't done it since like the whole COVID.
COVID.
pandemic.
Okay,
Fucking
gotcha.
COVID.
Yeah, so they've been kind of like chilling on it.
I'm just making
So-
sure that literally says.
But
You still got to take me to a tailgate. So.
Yeah, whew, but listen, I'm glad you said that because September 30th I'll be there. But
what's September 30th?
so September 30th is University of Toledo's homecoming, and they usually like everybody tailgates, but they usually have this section where it's all the Divine Nine, which is all the fraternities and sororities, and they like grill, barbecue, step, stroll, they do all that shit.
Mhm.
It's pretty
I
dope.
think it's in that parking lot that
Where
that
it's
right?
happening.
parking lot.
Like,
yeah, it's that
I'm
Mud-
pulling up early. I'm gonna park
Mud
my
Talk
car.
visits
And you can
Divine
pick me
Nine
up the
step.
night before.
yeah. The game is at 3, but
Who are they
tailgate
playing?
usually starts at 12. Huh?
Do you know who they're playing?
I don't know.
Yeah, we pulling up at 10:30.
I think White
I
Girl
u-
needs
I
to go see a
usually-
Divine Nine step show.
Yeah, I usually don't go to the game. I usually just go to the tailgate.
Fuck it. I don't need to go to a game.
Yeah,
I just want to go watch people. I don't want.
I think I'm gonna be ready for a nap by the game. I'm a drink. Listen, I'm gonna be drinking good. I'm gonna eat good. I'm ready to sleep
Miss
good.
Amy and
Like,
Shay Renee take on the Divine Nine.
it gotta be a
tailgate.
mud talk thing because he been
Can we
talking
do
about
it?
tailgate.
I
Yeah,
haven't been to tailgate since,
We don't
since
even go to
COVID.
the fucking
They haven't.
game.
I don't go. She said the tailgate.
Yeah, we're going.
Yes.
Yes.
But she was saying
I've been to
I've been
plenty of
talking about it,
games.
yeah.
Me too. Yeah,
I've
for
been
sure.
to plenty of games.
No,
But-
I want to go to the,
yeah.
the tailgate,
College,
Divine Nine,
professional,
food,
like, no.
drinks, stepping.
but I haven't gone to a tailgate again because of the whole COVID
Oh,
thing.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've been like chilling. So I think this is like the first real like.
This is like one. I feel like this is a situations where you'd like be like, for our viewer, like, hey, you're in Divine Nine, shout it out, put it in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah,
But
like-
not right now because it's like 10:45. So I'm sure. they're all-
Interestingly enough,
they're
like
all
I
probably
actually
asleep.
this is something one of those. Really?
I mean, or
Do you,
chilling. I
do
don't
you know frats and sororities?
These are older ones. These are not the younger ones that are doing.
So it's not the college ones.
It's normally like the grads who come back at the because
Gotcha.
it's homecoming.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, I'm actually like a UT grad. I'm a BG person for
You
sure.
never
But
know.
like,
We'll
Yeah.
be some younger grads.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're
that's
there,
funny.
but
Yeah.
normally in that whole little circle is normally like the older ones because they're coming back.
I'm with you. I want to watch a step. I want to eat some food. I want
It's
to
just
drink,
like-
and then we can sleep in the car.
Yeah.
We need to take it out.
So yeah, but no, shout out to Phil Dunson, like I said, who's been working on the new logo. So you'll be seeing the logo all over the new merch and
But until
on the
then,
show and everything.
go
Until
get the
then,
merch.
Yes.
Be like I was, because if you have the old like OG like season 1 and 2, like we know you're an OG.
We know you're
like,
OG.
We know you were here. Like
Yeah.
we know you were back.
Yeah.
Season 1 and 2.
Yeah. So go on Facebook. It's pinned on our Facebook page. You
And,
can easily
and
click the link.
Instagram.
Yes, it's on Instagram. You can easily click the
Link
link.
tree.
And we also not only we have Mud Talk merch, but we also have Blackness Mental Health merch on there, where all of the proceeds of that
All the pros, merch
yes.
or Black
Yeah.
mental health.
It all
All
goes
it's gonna go to
toward-
mental health.
it all goes towards mental health. We're an agency that supports Black mental health.
So I got an idea. If you're watching this episode, comment where you're watching from, and you will be entered in a drawing to win some merch.
Merch.
I like that.
And if you follow our Instagram, just
Yeah.
beware. There's about to be a.
Yeah.
We need to get a little content.
We should do that also for our debut episode too.
Yes.
That's free. Yeah.
Well, that's why I say so. Comment now. If you're watching this episode, comment.
I see you
because
viewers.
on the first season the first episode of season 3, we'll give away some merch.
Yes.
So comment your name and where you're watching from. We'll enter you in the drawing.
And
to
if you're
win some
not
Mud
from
Talk
if you're not
merch.
from the United States, you get like 2 entries. I feel like
yeah. So
unless you're gonna try to scam me out of money.
yeah. But there is a way, since we are live, there is a way that we can actually virtually enter into the raffle virtually. That I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
that's pretty dope.
So,
So
we're gonna get y'all together.
we're gonna get y'all together. So before we go, does anybody have any shout outs they want to shout out?
No, but I can't.
I don't really have a shout out, but I want to say R.I.P. Aaliyah. It's been 22 years, and
Oh yes.
she will
yes,
always be a queen in my book.
yes,
So definitely do not want to leave this episode without saying that.
absolutely. Yes.
When she said
Yes.
22 years, I was like, no way.
Yes.
22 years.
August 25th, 2001.
Yep.
So
Rest
with
in
that,
peace, Mama.
yeah. So with that, what is some of your or one of your favorite Leahs?
It's funny that you say
Mine is 1 in a million. I'm a
I was
huge
about to say
Aaliyah
that.
fan.
Yes.
Like the
I'm
day I
100%
found out she passed, I was on my way to school, went to the corner store to grab something for my parent, and went back home like crying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I literally did not go to school that day. Like I was just that upset. Watched the Good Morning America. I even recorded it. If you remember back then, it was like you could record on the
Yeah.
VHS.
Yeah.
So I even recorded like the Good Morning America footage, and I'm a huge Aaliyah fan.
Yes.
This was never my intentions today. We had talked about how like we roll up with like our 90s style. I like my Tupac and
Yeah.
but, like
Mine is Rugrats today.
Oh, that's my new team name.
Hey,
Shout out to
I
me
thought it
being
was
a
a
head
duck's
coach.
quack.
No, that's my daughter's cheer.
Oh,
So coming up in the 23-24 season in dodgeball, I will officially be a head coach. And I've decided, look at this Let's Talk exclusive. I've decided to name my team the Rugrats because I feel like we all grew
Congratulations.
up on that. Thank you
That's
guys.
dope. And they
And
definitely from
I'm really
Rugrats.
excited. I'm still trying to work on my team colors, but we're officially the Rugrats.
Yeah.
So I was saying like I wore the 90s style, but then when you said like 22 years and Leah,
Yeah.
and all this stuff, like 1 in a Million is hands down like my favorite song.
Yeah.
Yes, that and 4-page letter.
I
Oh,
was a little older when Leah passed. Where are you?
Yeah.
Did you? Just,
Red, what are you doing?
where are you going? there's a whole chords and.
God, you're doing a lot of moves.
He's
So-
trying to get to the clues,
So
but
it's funny that you
Yeah.
said that because like I was thinking about like when you said like I felt the same about like Tupac and Biggie. I was 15, 16, all that stuff. happened.
yeah,
Aaliyah, the same thing. Like I remember it happened. It was just also we lost so many great humans. In, like,
Right.
Like a 5
and
or 6
still
year span.
are like tomorrow's
Mm.
not promised for anybody.
Anybody.
Yeah.
So
Anybody.
cherish your loved ones. That's
Yes.
all I'm gonna say. Like I can't even emphasize that any further. Cherish those around you who you
Yes.
love.
Absolutely. I would say my favorite Aaliyah song is Rock the Boat.
Good shit.
I would say that because I remember how that all played out, and then they did like the behind
Yes.
the scenes and the access granted on BT.
Yeah,
And I just remember like how emotional that was.
Yeah.
And I just remember like when she finally passed, it was just like, wow, that video was just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think for that, I just remember like the tribute they did in the beginning, and she was like floating up in the air, and I was just like, wow, like that was crazy. So yeah, I think Rock the Boat is one of my favorite. Then as you get older, you really just are able to appreciate.
I was just gonna
like,
say that. Like when
Right.
you look at Aaliyah, like
like
when
it was
you're
so
young-
fucking beautiful.
when you're young, you're like, okay, Aaliyah, like this is
to
when
me,
you get older, you look at that shit and you're like,
yeah, I see the growth from 1 in a Million to
Yeah.
Rock the Boat.
Yeah.
And in between Back to the Streets and her doing movies and things like that. Like a lot of people don't even know, like she didn't even finish her last movie, Queen of the
Put it
Damned.
down,
Yeah.
Her brother finished it
The
for
voiceover
her.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and it's just like, and I can't even bring myself to watch it to this day. Like
Yeah.
I just don't want to. I don't want to face reality and know that that's the last
Yeah.
from
And-
her.
Yeah. And I think it was just so also cool, like just to see she was so versatile.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
she can go and be sexy, but she can also be street.
yeah.
And I think like when I think about that, one of my other favorite songs by her is Back in One Piece with DMX. And just,
Yes.
Oh,
like
yeah.
just seeing her like
and when you DMX,
yeah,
like that's another
DMX,
one that
yeah.
made a lot- like it's just one of those like
yeah.
you know when I look at Aaliyah, you have to think about this. Like I was shopping with my daughter the other day. My daughter, like these kids now are what born in the 2000 past 2000,
Yeah.
like 2010 to 12,
Yeah.
and when you go to the store, Aaliyah's front and center.
Yeah.
And that you have to think about when you look at the legends, like how amazing these artists have carried for 22 years.
Yes.
And
she's
and
using like a
still
lot
relevant.
of yeah, I was about to say she's using a lot of samples.
I didn't say relevant. I meant relevant.
Gladys
Yeah,
Knight was
that's
her
the vodka.
aunt,
Yeah.
like
Like just for her, like you even go to like stores and kids can buy her own t-shirts and not even knowing. They just
right.
like, oh, I thought I like this t-shirt. I'm
Like I thought that she was like here, like
Yeah.
relevant.
and I'm like, do you know who that is on your
No.
shirt? You know what I'm saying?
You don't know the history.
Yes.
Then
Right.
you trend, you're like old school, like
Yeah.
old man wisdom shit. Where you're
Yeah.
like,
Like a lot of people don't even know the song "Let Me Know" is by her, which was
Mhm.
featured in ATL the movie, and
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah,
here's what I'm gonna
No,
say. What?
a lot of it. Yeah, he
Yes.
did.
So I just feel like just if you can carry your legend for 22 years and you are like at the stores being sold out in your t-shirt for the amazingness that you are, and some kids don't even know, you
Yeah.
have to be a legend.
She was so young when she
So young.
died, though.
She was like 22.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that's just like cherish every day that you wake up.
But think
Yeah.
about that. She was 22.
Yeah.
What did you just like all the shit you just said
Yeah.
by 22?
Yes.
There's some 22-year-olds don't even know what the fuck they're
And
doing
she
with their
started-
life.
She started at like 14.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Maybe going on
what now?
40.
She would have been in her 40s.
We're not going to talk about
I think
that.
she was born in 78.
Yes.
She's older than me.
So-
Oh, 79. She's
She's older than me.
79. Okay.
Yeah. She's born in
She'd
79.
be turning 44.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Left Eye, I believe, was a year or two older than her. Yeah. So there
Yes.
was that.
That's
so,
a whole nother story.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story.
That's it for another episode.
This
You're
shit
gonna,
is-
you're gonna make me cry.
Yeah, we can-
We're coming up on 3
Shit, right?
hours.
Come
you
up 3 hours,
guys.
but we appreciate everybody for tapping into this pregame. It's been such a dope show. I hope
Yes.
you guys tune in on September 22nd for our debut episode, season 3.
Because we got a lot to say.
We got a lot to say on this.
And we got some
Battle
battle of the sexes.
coming up. So, but before we go, we have to shout out Unique Johnson because her podcast,
Yes.
Girl Talk, is debuting the day after our season 3.
And can I
Premiere.
just say something real quick?
I'm so
Unique
excited.
Johnson is one of our most watched,
Hell yeah.
most loved, best guest that we've ever had on the podcast.
Let me tell you.
Hands down.
So I met with her a couple weeks ago when she was like, "Hey, Ty or Big T, like, hey, I want to start this I want to start a podcast." And I was like, "Definitely come to Many Faces," and we got it worked out or whatever. And when she came here, I was showing her like how we look at our numbers to see who's the most streamed. And she's like, I'm still number one.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah. She was like, dude, that was like a year ago. And
Yeah.
I was like, and people are still tapping in. So if
Yes.
people are still tapping in and listening at a year ago, just imagine what the fuck they gonna do when you do your shit.
Yes.
So make sure y'all tune in September 23rd at noon for the
So we
debut
air
episode
ours on the 22nd.
on the 22nd.
You're gonna like watch ours. You're gonna go to bed.
And she's gonna be on the show actually.
You're gonna fucking wake up
at noon.
at noon. No, you're gonna wake up before noon.
Well,
'Cause we're
yes,
not trying to be late.
absolutely.
White girl says we are gonna be on time. The white
Yeah.
girls can never say we're on time. It means that you're gonna wake your ass up and fucking set your alarm for 11. You're gonna get your drinks together
Yes.
and you're gonna tap in at noon because you are not one of miss it
Yeah, you do not want to miss it.
at all.
So Girl Talk Podcast debuts Saturday, September 23rd at 12 p.m. on the dot. She has some amazing topics that she's going to talk about.
And we literally
over the
just
season.
said we've had to fight to have
Yes.
our voices heard.
Yes.
She is giving a voice.
Yes.
to
So
women.
she's going to be talking about everything about women in friendships, women in entrepreneurship, women in grief, being a single mother, like just all of these different topics that women don't have a safe space to talk about. And now she's going to give you that safe space to
I'm
tap
so
in.
excited.
And just
I'm so
imagine if
excited.
people are still tuning into our shows from a year ago, what that would do for
Like,
your sponsorship.
She's number
Okay.
So
motherfucking
drop
one.
your
A
business,
year ago.
subscribe
Yes.
to our
Very unique.
sponsorship packages,
Yes.
tune
And
in
it's-
to Mud Talk. Let's do
Yes.
this. We
Let's
can
do
network
this.
together.
So I'm so excited that it's going to be two
She's gonna be so
podcasts,
amazing.
two
Yes.
podcasts here for Many Faces.
Like
Podcast.
you can hang out with us late night, go to bed,
and then wake up
wake
and
up,
have girl talk.
and you can have more
You know what
girl
I'm saying?
talk.
So yeah,
And you know what? That's not just for girls.
Yeah.
Like, cause here's the thing. I will say this. Like, if you
Men
are-
need to be educated
Men,
on women too.
listen to this shit.
Yes.
Because you know what? Maybe you're not a front participant, but when you sit back and you hear what women have to say about things, you're going to be that much better of a man.
Yeah.
You're going to be that much better of a dad, especially if you have daughters. Like,
It's
you're
a
gonna
part of
understand.
educating yourself.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
Tap into you. She's going to be, I'm so excited
Yes.
for her.
So I'm super excited about that. That, like I
You
said,
really did. You just had to fucking do it. at
well,
the
because
end.
we're about to be done, so they need to see the wide shot. But no, I'm super excited that
What kind of shot you talk about?
a wide shot.
What's that?
I don't know. You want to find out?
He said wide shot, not back shot.
Well, fuck. I was
No.
thinking about back shot.
Oh, no.
I'm kidding.
No,
It was a joke.
okay, yeah, see. So, but yeah, make sure y'all, like I said, tap into Girl Talk September 23rd, 12 p.m. You get your brunch, get your mimosas, and tap in and have some Girl Talk. And then the day
I cannot
before
wait.
that, September 22nd, come have some shots with us.
First episode of season
First episode of
3.
season
Yes.
three.
We're
Battle
talk
it out.
right
Oh.
here.
Of the sexes.
Yes.
Yes.
Battle of the Sexes.
So with that being said, before the 22nd, get your business in. Be a sponsor.
yes.
Come be a. We have a season sponsorship.
And now
And it's cheap
yes.
as fuck.
And not only do you have one podcast to sponsor, you can sponsor two. Because
For
Girl
sure.
Talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sponsor Mother Talk and Girl Talk.
More publicity, the better.
hello, you feel me? So
Let's
All
do
I
it.
see 2 comments, but I can't even.
we already it was you.
Oh, I'm looking over there. I'm looking,
You're
I can't
late.
see.
Yeah, I'm already. I be on.
This is what I was telling you. I wanted to see that shit, not the fucking virus.
That's because redhead was in her lap.
Oh God.
Okay. We are not revisiting this.
We're gonna.
Before we leave, I just want to preface this: nothing inappropriate happened because,
Not at
at all.
No, we all family here on Mud
Yeah, we
Talk. Yes.
Like actual family.
Actual.
It
yes,
would be
legit.
weird if that shit happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to Mud Talk. Like we said, make sure you go check us out on all streaming platforms. Go onto YouTube. Continue to tap in and boost up those views. Like I said, if you're a sponsor, if you want to be a sponsor, tap in with us. You can email us, text, call.
$15 to
Yes,
$1,500
to start.
and all anywhere in between.
Yes.
And make sure you're right back here, September 22nd, 8 p.m. sharp.
Absolutely.
And then September 23rd, you wake up at noon.
And
Sharp.
have some girl
And have
talk.
some
We have
girl
the girl
talk.
talk.
Absolutely.
Guys or
Yes.
girls?
Yes, and you can listen to Mud Talk on all streaming platforms. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, Sirius XM Radio, iHeartRadio, or anywhere that you listen to your podcast.
And go
Right?
follow us on Instagram at Mud Talk 419.
Yes.
Follow us on Facebook.
At Mud Talk. Follow us on YouTube at Mud Talk Podcast.
Like, follow, subscribe,
and share.
share. Let's do
Listen,
this.
if you follow us on Instagram, I'm gonna personally message you. We're gonna
Yeah.
have a conversation. I'm gonna say thank you. Like, I appreciate you.
And also go on to TikTok
Exactly.
Mud Talk 419. All right, y'all. Well, that's our show. We greatly appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in for this pregame. It's been a long 3 hours, but we've had such a good discussion.
Listen, we're just having fun.
We love it, and we're gonna have a lot of clips from this because this
Yes.
was a very good episode. I
More
love
to
it.
more to come.
More
Stay
to
tuned
come.
in.
Stay tuned. I promise the show won't be this long.
no, listen,
It's a pregame.
I think we need to talk
But
about
we're
this. This is
having
not
fun,
a show.
you guys.
Our show is not like this. This is
Yes,
pregame.
it's
You know
pregame.
how like when you pregame it up, about to go out to the bar,
Yes.
it's like 9 p.m.
And then you-
Everybody's
then you
getting
turn
ready.
up- and then
You're
you turn up
we
to
got
about 11.
pregame. We're about to drink.
Yep.
This is us. This is the pregame
This is a pregame. So.
before the actual game.
Absolutely. All right. All right. We all. I'm Big T.
I'm Shay Renee.
Hi, Miss Amy.
And I'm Junior Red.
All right. And you have officially tuned in to the hottest podcast that brings you the latest in music, news, and fashion, and the only show that keeps your ears to the streets.
While you grind
And shine.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all on September 23rd.
Fucking massive.
See y'all September 22nd, y'all.